Assalamualaikum.
Waalaikumsalam. Waalaikumsalam. Berjaya. Berjaya juga akhirnya. How are you, brother?
Okay, man. How are you?
Alright.
Sekarang KL dah free sekarang, ha?
Dia panggil PKPP. Perintah Kawalan Perjalanan.
But you can cross state lah, dah boleh lah.
Dah boleh. Okay. Kat mana? Woodlands
Kat rumah.
Alright.
I've been stuck at home lah. Mana sama Singapore masih belum free lagi.
Sampai bila?
Now phase 1 they open up government school lah buka, and then some government officers, tapi mall belum buka. Kerja mostly people work from home. So, actually sama juga, cuma they is a bit lah, but still kena pakai mask, you cannot go anywhere unnecessary.
Kita orang pun lebih kurang lah.
Okay, how's the framing? Okay tak?
Framing, okay. Kalau ini lagi in the middle tadi, okay.
Yeah.
I think what you see on screen is what you see at the finished product, because
right. I mean, as long you let me know lah, as long as it fits into your you punya konsep kan. Nanti I naikkan sikit lah, I naikkan sikit lagi.
I punya konsep tak ada konsep.
Ada konsep lah.
You know what? I got to tell you the truth while you fixing the monitor, the screen. Rausyanfikir probably 92 to 95
Yeah. 92 lah, yeah, correct. First album 92.
First album 92, 95. So masa tu I'm not in touch with any music at all. So my memory of 1989, 1990 to 1995 on Malaysian music or Singapore music or music in general was like void, kosong, tak ada benda, tak banyak benda. And except for sekali-sekala ada glimpse, terdengar lagu kat sana, terdengar lagu kat sini, and then some songs. So kalau I appeared to be ignoramus, tak tahu banyak, jahil banyak terhadap kumpulan Rausyanfikir, you kena understand my latar belakang. Bukan
kita pun cult, jadi tak banyak belum sempat dia third album dia dah fade off kan. I mean Isham meninggal, and then I went off to UK. So I always believe mesti ada third album. So kita tak sempat bikin third album.
Belum lagi
lah, tak sempat. Dah tak sama lah. Kau buat sekarang pun dia punya energy dah lain kan. So leave it at that lah. That's part of the history lah.
Correct. And then I got to know about Rausyanfikir later, after 95, after I'm not sure your colleague tu arwahnya ada lagi ke tak ada lagi. I tak berapa ingat.
Yang meninggal Isham Jamil, yang sekarang masih aktif puisi is Hir lah. Muhammad Yasin. He's active kat the puisi punya circles lah.
Tapi selepas 95 tu, I managed to listen to your two albums. Memang dahsyat lah, memang best lah. Tapi because I tak hidup pada zaman dia keluar tu, and then after 95 I'm already like 20 late 20s, so it would not be the same macam kalau kita dengar music during our formative years macam 18,
correct.
23, it wouldn't be the same. So I don't know what I'm trying to say to you, but I'm sure you understand what I'm trying to say.
I know. I mean, I get the same feeling bila kita discover band yang dia orang dah tak functioning, you know, like the band is no longer there, but you discover the music kan. Dia tak sama macam like my time I waited for a Sweet Charity punya album. You know, like under radio ada some radio program say, minggu depan kita akan main lagu terbaru Sweet Charity, and you wait, you know, because it's you're part of that movement lah, the vibe, you know, the zeitgeist of that time.
Correct.
As compared to siapa yang discover Sweet Charity lepas Ramli Sarip gone solo, and that's like how some of the younger listeners yang happen to see Ramli Sarip perform live, and then tengok, dia siapa, and then Google, it's from Sweet Charity, and then you discover back dia punya old works kan.
dia tak sama kan. We are about the same age, I would assume.
I'm 50. I'm 53.
Okay, you are 2 years older than me. I'm 51. And damn you, man, you look much younger than me.
That one I cannot claim anything. It's genetic lottery. That one I don't really take care of myself.
Oh, I'm beginning to hate you more and more. Last kali kita jumpa a year ago.
Dekat the curve.
Booth. Tak.
No.
Kita jumpa the curve sebelum Busora Street, Singapore.
Oh, yes. Yeah. 1 year ago. Hari Raya punya
bulan
that period. Ramadan. Correct. I just saw somebody reposted the old video. Yes.
Yeah, and I kept looking at your tongkat and said you bought it at like 30 ringgit at Central Market.
Correct.
I don't like you, brother. I really don't like you. Why benda best-best semua you dapat? Aduh, tak ada dunia ni. Maliki Yaumiddin. Dunia ni bukan tempat untuk mencari keadilan, tetapi di akhirat. Anyway,
wait, how's your gout?
Dah tak ada
you
lagi
gout kan?
Masa tu kan?
Alhamdulillah.
Masa tu.
So what do you do?
Back then my weight was like I was like 75. So bila berat badan over, segala macam penyakit akan datang. So now my berat badan would probably be 62 to 65.
Okay, that's good, man. So you've been exercising semua?
I've been exercising primarily proper diet.
You're not diabetic also, right? You're not diabetic?
No. I have nothing now. Okay, let me share you this story. So I decided to have a new healthy regime. So semua ubat-ubat yang I makan semua ada umban. So I pergi jumpa my doctor. I cakap ambil blood test, blood pressure and all. So I cakap kat dia, doktor, sekarang gua dah tak makan lagi dah, segala ubat tu gua tak nak lagi dah. Lepas tu doktor cakap, you action. You boleh mati, you tahu tak? You punya blood vessel can burst lah, jantung can stop lah, bla bla bla. Sambil tu dia ambil blood pressure. Lepas tu dia look surprised. Wow, you're okay, you're all normal. Blood semua okay. What have you been doing? Diet. Dia cakap, keep it up. You are my first patient yang berjaya through healthy lifestyle.
Oh, that's good. That's good to know. I wish I can.
You ada case ke? Gout?
Tak ada. My friends. So you should do one video. Just talk about your diet and how you move from having some issues with physical health and all that, and then how you are free of it. Because I have friends who are around our age juga, going through this the gout issue, and then one friend, he's a bit older sikit, few years older, he had gout, and then orang recommend supplement this and that, and he keep taking. So when he took, dia punya body seems to be okay, so dia makan je lah, yang dia tak boleh makan dia makan, and then dia pakai supplement. Eventually both his kidney failed. Now he's on dialysis.
Aduh.
This guy used to be a prison officer, and then bawa motor besar. Sekarang semua dah home based. Every 2-3 days, I think every 3 days he kena pergi dialysis. So yeah, these are the thing with orang Melayu especially. I mean, I noticed this bila luar poliklinik. Selalu dekat my place ada poliklinik, depan tu ada kedai makan. So you can see old people talk about, saya baru ambil ubat ni. Kata doktor cakap tak boleh makan, tapi ni ada ubat, saya bedah je lah lontong. You know that they think taking doctor medication it's to counter it's actually to buffer it, to reduce it, and then plus your diet, you see.
Yeah.
I think you should do one video. It should be inspiring to especially musicians, creative people who normally don't. You know, how many of our friends, colleagues yang pass away suddenly because of not taking care of their health. I mean, ajal is ajal, but I always believe there is always the alternative endings. So kalau you take care of your health, your ending is A, but you don't take care of your health, your ending is B. You see? Itulah.
Betul.
Kita belum start lagi kan? Kita dah start dah. Okay.
This is really what this should be, you know. I mean, what I'm doing, this is what it should be. We should be having a conversation, and this conversation should take us anywhere.
Cool. I saw your post. Yeah, somebody posted up you punya thing. So I said, oh, it's good lah. You're doing, and then somebody mention, Asamat tengah buat inilah macam apa vlog on YouTube kan. So I thought, okay, that's good lah. And then plus, you are a songwriter, and then you are in the creative industry. So it's nice to have a banter and also for people to look into mengintip apa perbualan orang.
Betul, mengintip.
Okay, cool.
Mengintip perbualan orang dalam industri muzik ni kan.
Yang sekarang banyak perubahan dan banyak tertangguh kerana COVID-19 ni kan. I mean, it's global lah. Masalah creative industry is a global thing. Bukan kita aja yang international artist, yang touring. I mean, dia affect semua orang lah. From tour promoter, agent, musician, kedai muzik. Orang tak beli barang muzik sebab dah tak ada, nak replenish barang-barang baru, tak perlu, So, and kita punya industry is ada luxury punya industri kan. Macam orang beli barang berjenama. Kalau ada kerja, ada duit, mereka akan beli. Kalau tidak, the first thing is food on the table kan. Itu important. So hopefully kita tak tahu. Perkara ni tidak pernah terjadi dalam sejarah dunia moden ni. Even 9/11 pun tak sama. 9/11 punya efek yang New York Twin Tower rubah, tsunami yang berlaku pun tak sebesar ini. Semua concentrated on pockets.
Betul. Ya, ni yang global true to its words, pandemic, right?
Pandemic, yeah.
Tapi
untung musician dia masih boleh buat show kat rumah. If you are an actor or a dancer, that you require a teamwork, you require ni. So I mean, there are people like tengok my friend dekat Indonesia bikin from macam home base punya drama, like they try to accommodate lah, they try to find ways of working around. Manusia ni kreatif. So Tuhan cipta manusia ni dengan daya kreatif. So dia akan fikir, dengan teknologi ni kita boleh buat apa kan? So of course tidak sama seperti yang biasanya, but itu salah satu cara kita menangani isu ni lah, krisis sampai dia berubah lagi kan, pulih semula to the new normal lah. Sekarang semua everybody talking about new normal.
New normal, ya. Macam kita memang kita kena tagih segala kekuatan yang kita ada dalam bidang creativity to produce something yang bersesuaian dengan punca pendapatan kita sebagai seorang yang dalam creative industry. I would suppose kalau kita seorang script writer, inilah masanya untuk kita menghasilkan satu skrip yang boleh dilakonkan seorang diri ataupun dilakonkan dua orang kiri dan kanan. Saya borak dengan siapa dia cakap masa ni lah sebenarnya kita punya betul-betul creativity patutnya diserlahkan dan menyerlah kerana keperluan tu. Keperluan.
Betul. Dan saya I'm thinking probably lah, I'm hoping lepas ini dah habis, mungkin dalam 6 bulan setahun, kita akan lihat banyak creative work yang terror, whether it's international, whether it's local, regional. Kerana inilah masanya orang duduk rumah dan berkarya. Kalau tidak kan, even saya pun affected in the sense that kita tak boleh kena lockdown. Dia terpaksa duduk rumah, buka balik laptop, cari lagu-lagu lama yang dah belum habis, yang halfway done, yang selalu cari excuse dah nak buat kerja. Jadi sekarang kita duduk rumah, just look and focus kan, okay, ni kena habiskan. So I'm sure there are thousands of other writers, songwriters, creative people, novelists who are finishing their latest work, and it's probably going to be one of the best works because you are so focused, kan? And of course dengan teknologi sekarang kita boleh work from home, boleh record. I just had a few songs done. My friend main bass, record kat rumah, hantar file over. So kita work dengan the teknologi yang existing lah. And
so bila kita semua boleh dengar apa yang dihasilkan?
Okay, so far yang nasib baik sebelumnya lockdown, saya release single bersama yang muda dengan Andy Flop Poppy. Lagunya berjudul Jam, ada di YouTube. Lagu blues lah. Lagu berjudul Jam yang saya rekod awal tahun ini habis rakaman dia, dan Februari sebelum lockdown kita habiskan shoot video klip. Jam tu tentang jam di KL lah. So sempat rekod kan, gunakan rekod satu hari tu kita rakam bikin video dia dan release just sebelum Malaysia Singapura tutup border, lockdown apa semualah, the whole world lockdown kan. Jadi ini tengah tunggu waktu yang sesuai untuk bikin promosi lah bila dah buka jalur kan, dan kita dah boleh adjust to the new normal lah. Mungkin tak boleh buat show seperti promo di mall ramai-ramai lagi, tapi masih maybe di TV, di radio, online kan. Tapi important karya kena terus. So ini pun tengah habiskan karya lagi ni. Saya tengah fikir apa lagi, checking lagu. Itu yang kita, kalau tidak kita depress.
Ya, betul.
Kita akan depress kerana apa? Kita akan duduk tunggu waktu. Dan sekarang banyak benda yang boleh distract kita. Boleh nonton Netflix, boleh lain video satu hari, boleh tengok Facebook, boleh lain apa segala macam. Jadi ini pun kena dengan disiplin juga. Bila kita fokus, ini kena set macam time kerja lah kan, certain time. Jadi pun dah ada new routine. Pagi lepas subuh kena kopi sikit, 7 sampai 9 warm up, main gitar, cari lagu fresh kan. Bangun tidur kita tak tahu mimpi malam tu mimpi apa, dia sign signal kan, dia nak channel. Lepas dalam pukul 9 turn on laptop, check lagu apa, layan tu lah. Sampai tengah hari lunch break kejap, kena kopi sikit, Zohor, carry on sikit sampai petang agak dah penat, stop. Itu kalau hopefully lah saya dapat maintain this routine sementara tunggu waktu berubah kan. Itulah now I'm that is saya punya routine sekarang lah.
So routine ni dah melebihi 21 hari belum?
Dah lebih dah.
So dia akan menjadi your habit lah sekarang.
I hope so lah. I hope so. Kalau sebab kita selalu kerja time tak tentu kan. Especially bila kena bergerak, kena ke travel kan. Jadi bila travel selalu putus kita punya rutin tu. Kita nak get back into the routine kan. Tapi sebenarnya rutin ni important.
Sangat.
Orang-orang kreatif ni important dia rutin. Sebab apa? Dia ibarat macam apa tau? Ibarat orang bikin bangunan, dia brick layering. Satu bata. Dah lama baru kita tengok bangunan siap. Sebab kita banyak mental work dan kita banyak fikir konsep. Dia dalam kepala kita dah siap ni lagu dengan whole production dah siap, tapi physically dia belum siap. Itu yang kita nak kena cari key dia, tempo dia kat mana lah. Sekarang dengan laptop kita boleh buka on some simple software yang kita boleh pakai buat basic tracking. At the end of the day pun saya pun bukannya terror untuk bikin mixing, jadi dah siap dia punya basic structure tu baru kita bawa pergi studio besar untuk apa yang perlulah, tambah gitar ke, tambah drums live ke apalah, tengok. So kita work on from home dari segi itulah. Jadi bila sampai studio dah kira kita dah set dia punya tempo, dia punya key dah, kita tak payah nak mencari-cari sangat. Jadi musician datang dia boleh explore creativity dia dah tak perlu tunggu kita adjust lagi, buat perubahan lagi, olah kan. Because time per heart dan studio time also is money kan. Jadi now is important for artists, creative people to also keep up with technology lah. Kalau tidak, saya bayangkan kalau saya hanya pakai akustik gitar di rumah, bikin lagu, after some time kita pun akan jadi bosan.
Kita pun sendiri akan bosan.
Kita sendiri akan bosan sebab apa, kita dah tahu structure kan, kita dah lama dalam industri, kita dah tahu lagu ni boleh ke tak boleh. Cuma bila kita nak dengar secara fizikal tu, kalau ada drum segini kalau drum dia laju sikit mungkin itu teknologi tu membantulah. Something like that lah.
Betul. Art Fazil. Borak dengan you ialah borak dengan seorang seniman. Sekali lagi seniman kenapa? You ada daya pemikiran. You're very articulate. Boleh bercakap dengan baik sekali as compared to me. Then again, kemarahan ni. Better than me. Itulah tu. Dan korang budak-budak Singapura ni ada kebolehan ni. Probably sistem education korang ni bagus lah. yang menghasilkan seniman-seniman macam M. Nasir, Lolo, dan along the line banyak lagi lah, even you guys. Jealous lah benda tu.
Maybe education. Yeah, education is one aspect because kita paksa belajar bahasa Inggeris. So bila kita belajar bahasa baru, dia buka satu dunia baru. I was thinking alangkah baiknya kalau saya boleh baca bahasa Arab, bahasa Mandarin, kerana dia membuka dunia lain tau. Literature yang ditulis dalam bahasa Mandarin kita tak tahu.
Betul.
Bahasa Urdu, bahasa Hindi kita tidak tahu, bahasa Arab kita tak tahu, kitab-kitab lama. Jadi ya, untungnya dengan sistem yang kita terpaksa dah belajar bahasa Inggeris, dua bahasa kan. I'm a firm believer of that a child perlu belajar sekarang, jangan sekarang ini anak-anak sekarang perlu at least menguasai dua bahasa.
Betul.
Sebagai Muslim, kalau bagus 3 bahasa lah, bahasa Arab dan bahasa Melayu, bahasa Inggeris. Kenapa 3? Kerana bahasa Inggeris bahasa dunia.
Yeah.
Bahasa Arab, bahasa Al-Quran itu bahasa roh. Bahasa Melayu bahasa semangat.
Semangat
ini
kita.
3 semangat kita. Semangat ni kita tak boleh quantify. Apa tu semangat? Semangat tu bila kita rasa orang memperlekehkan budaya kita ke apa, kita terasa itu one of the semangat tu lah. Semangat ni dia penting kerana dia energy. Tanpa semangat kita pun tak boleh buat kerja. Macam manusia, dia kalau tak ada semangat, tak ada jasad, tak boleh hidup. Kalau tak ada roh, langsung tak boleh hidup. Tapi kalau ada 3 komponen ni, dia terus
kuat.
Dia jadi manusia sempurna.
Yeah.
So back to tapi mungkin ini also fenomena ataupun karakteristik minority. Sebab kita di Singapura, Melayu ni kita minority kan. Jadi kita always peka dengan what's going on because kita macam anak kecil dia akan perhatikan orang tua buat apa. Kan? Orang tua dia tak perasan anak tu tengah main apa, dia tak perasan sangat. Tapi budak kecil ni dia akan dengar orang tu cakap apa, nanti dia copy kan. Kalau orang tu cakap something language yang tidak baik, dia akan copy, dia akan tiru. Atau dia gunakan perkataan yang baik, dia akan tiru. So kita ibarat tu kelompok kecil yang memerhati tau. Oh, ni going on, ini ada ni. Dan kebetulan kerana because of colonization juga, kerana Singapura jadi pusat entertainment daripada zaman bangsawan, dan zaman P. Ramlee, berjalan ampas, Shaw Brothers kan. And then kerana teknologi, pasaran tetap Malaysia. Even zaman P. Ramlee pun, pasaran tetap Malaysia kerana ramai rakyat, ramai orang. Pengguna ramai, yang beli tiket ramai. Tapi kerana waktu itu teknologi datang ke Singapura, kerana Shaw Brothers dari Hong Kong pindah ke Singapura, dia set up Shaw Brothers Malay Film Production. Kan? So from there dia bawa masuk all equipment bagus-bagus, dan bila nak bikin filem kena datang Singapura. So P. Ramlee datang, ada orang daripada Padang datang. So dia macam KL sekarang lah, because KL now have all the TV station, the technology, the studio. So this is the aspect of creative industry yang di mana teknologi memang peranan penting. Even kenapa dulu Ahmad Nawab datang ke Singapura bikin rakaman, kerana EMI Studio ada studio sendiri. First 3 search punya album record di Lion Studio, kerana waktu tu mungkin KL belum ada studio canggih kan. And later on baru ada dah. Then after that dah the whole industry pindah ke KL. Saya dapat lihat perubahan dia from I think 1984, 85 bila the Malay punya department yang control all the recordings pindah ke KL. There was a big movement. Itu yang M. Nasir terus pindah KL. There was a big movement, and it also got to do with the shift in currency punya rates. So managing a Malay department where the market is more in Malaysia, it's only logical to move to Malaysia. So all the Malay department yang handle Malay music, rakaman apa semua pindah. So Singapore lost that important component. KL untunglah they pick up from there. So that's why you have then obviously from 84, 85 the boom dah start kan. And then with the rock music sampai 90s, I think sampai year 2000 Malaysia enjoyed a big boom in music. That created a lot of jobs. This industry, I mean, kalau talking about M. Nasir punya jasa pada music industry, Ramli Sarip and S. Atan, they created a lot of jobs for people. A lot of musician yang mungkin hanya akan jual burger di kampung, boleh main 3 chord, 4 chord, boleh nyanyi, jadi artis. boleh make a living, jadi somebody, jadi so these are the if you itu pandangan saya, just looking at life itself, how wonderful dia punya pergerakan tu, dia punya energy tu pindah ke KL lah. Itu dia. So it's interesting. I mean, people like M. Nasir, Ramli Sarip, all these they are. I mean, not just them, but people like Aziz Bakar, Ali Bakar, Carol Chan from Warner. I mean, all these people yang create the industry tau. Dulu kita kena bantai dengan pirates teruk, tak ada royalties, songwriters tak ada way of making a living, and then lyricists get paid RM50, and then you sign off your rights. So these are the early pioneers ni yang they created the industry. Sekarang ni yang the younger people, yang new artists, new writers reaping the benefit. But this diorang punya kerja keras, because to set up from zero tu tak ada example kan. I think they got somebody from Hong Kong to help out, because Hong Kong dah set up. So somebody from Hong Kong came and helped to create the system, and then to get government approval, to get them to pass as a bill so that it becomes law. Okay, this is the inner workings of the industry yang outside the glamorous world. Yeah. Tapi banyak pekerja-pekerja, and then they are not just, I mean, there's orang Melayu, orang India, orang Cina. It's multicultural. So the industry is actually, it's a multicultural component. Just sekarang pun kalau MACP, lagu-lagu Melayu tapi handle ni pun, non-Malays kan. So you look at it from the industry perspective, is a national punya usaha.
Yeah. Wow. First time I dengar about this shift from Singapore to KL. What happened in the 80s?
The shift mula-mula is first is the wartawan. The first shift yang bergerak keluar is from post 65. Bila Singapura dengan Malaysia pisah, dan 63 to 65 we were part of Malaysia kan. So post 65, then tiba-tiba a lot of people have to decide, do you remain in Singapore or do you move to KL? So you get people like Samad Said moving up to KL. Okay, he was a wartawan in Singapore. Samad Ismail, a lot of creative people. Kak Chah, she was a lot younger, but she moved out. Katie Ibrahim, the whole family moved, and then even the Saloma family and all that. So people had to decide, Piramli, because I think at that point they realized, okay, the market is bigger there, and then there's obviously there's some political issues going on the racial lines, So benda-benda tu, I think they are more aware. Even dulu tak ada internet, but I think they were more aware of what's going on. Kan? So they thought, okay, this is the way to kind of shift the energy now to another city lah. It's basically from London to Manchester or from New York to LA. See? If you look at Singapore, I mean, pada saya, for me, because I live in 4 countries. In my head, my planet ni, I have 4 countries. I have London too is I miss London lah. London is the best place to be if you're a musician. If you're a young musician, I was living there for 15 tahun kan. Wow. In fact, ada satu gitar, my Takamine is still there. So dia macam one day I'll come back for you. So and then Singapore obviously, and then KL. So Singapore, KL for me is home. So in my head ni, dia cuma cross border ni just formality je. It's just passport je. But and then now Indonesia, like I go to Jogja quite a lot, Bali, because I like to absorb the energy, and then I get to write. When I get the energy, I end up writing. So the last few years I've been going to Jogja, I end up writing a song, a whole album called Good Morning Jogja. It's on Spotify now. So it's very acoustic, very folk. So based on my travel pergi sana, you observe people, you tengok, you baca orang punya buku, literature. So yeah, I mean, creative life is wonderful. It's hard, it's tough being a creative person, especially in this industry. And then you don't know, with a lot of changes kan dengan digital technology. Yang first affected by digital technology is music. MP3. 1998, 1999, people were talking about MP3. The whole music industry refused to listen. Semua want to skip to the old model. Jual CD kan, jual physical product. And then bila Napster masuk, kalang kabut semua. Kan bila Napster masuk, then they revamped. I mean, they completely destroyed the old system of music industry. That's why Steve Jobs was very smart. He looked at the industry. Oh, ni industri tengah kocak-kacir. So he got a product. He's got iPod. So this iPod ni sebenarnya dalam dia Hitachi. So what happened was apparently, I mean, from I baca buku Steve Jobs lah. Dia cakap dia pergi Japan. Then the Japan cakap, look, we have this hard disk player that can store music, but we don't know what to do with it. So Steve Jobs punya genius, dia cakap, okay lah, kita bikin this thing called iPod. But then they have to sell music, you see. They need to have lots of music. They have to have thousands. Kerana kalau setakat 10 album, orang tak akan beli iPod. So dia capitalize on the fact that, okay, sekarang I have got bargaining chip because apa? Industri tengah tak tahu nak buat apa. They're bleeding money. Napster is bleeding money, and then people are getting used to the new technology of downloading. Kadang-kadang download bukan pasal dia nak download benda tu, dia nak experience, oh download macam ni.
Yeah.
So you end up downloading the album yang you tak dengar pun, but you dah download an album yang you tak akan beli sebab you dah ada.
Yeah.
You see? So that is what happened. So Steve Jobs went on and he said, look, he went to all the record labels. I want to help you sell your music, but at 99 cents. You want more, I cannot take you. So semua dah okay lah, we agree lah. So when they agreed, that's when iTunes tiba-tiba meledak kan. Because remember, iTunes, it exists not to sell music,
but
it's to help sell iPod.
Right.
Because iPod costs a lot more. iPod is $300 for berapa RM1,000 ke RM1,500. I don't know what was the price then iPod. It was maybe about $300 lah satu iPod yang baru tu apa kan. So kalau lagu is just 99 cents USD lah, 99 cents potong label punya bahagian, I think Apple dapat berapa sen je. So but he wanted to sell iPod, he made more money from selling iPods. Itu dia punya pintar dia lah. Itu the new millennium punya business kan. So very smart lah, but it helps because kalau tanpa dulu download, sekarang dah streaming tanpa dia kita pun tak ada revenue, like because there's a lot of piracy. So the digital technology for music was the music industry was the first to suffer. Later baru video, yang lain-lain sekarang semua has taken over by digital technology, even telephone, international calls, semua pakai WhatsApp sekarang dah tak perlu, international calls. So in fact, the digital revolution is so great, the pirates died. You see?
Correct.
Kalau tidak, sakit hati kita jalan dekat depan Bangsa Police Station, orang tu jual pirated CD, pirated DVD, some of it our friends' work, our friends' album, kan?
Yeah.
And it was hard to control them because there's many reasons lah, kan? So it's hard to control that piracy business because it involves the underworld, some corrupt practices, apa kan? So but it's so bad, the digital revolution was so great, it killed the pirates.
Yeah.
So people were like, okay, we don't need to buy download pirated because we can access online. Although online pun illegal, tapi it created a new way of consuming music. Music has always been related to technologies, but seni tu is soul. Tapi macam kita dulu kaset, LP, CD, kan? This is bila time of recorded music lah.
Yeah.
Bila recorded music existed tu, they create a whole new industry. Sekarang ni industri tu sudah stuck kerana of COVID-19.
Yeah.
So I posted something on my Facebook, kiasan lah, Makcik Kia ni. So Makcik Kia ni dia ada talent bikin pisang goreng. So that is talent, pisang goreng kan.
Yeah.
So itu talent dia boleh bikin, tu bakat dia. So dia bikin pisang goreng, dia jual. So she created the product is pisang goreng. So then she buka warung. Warung is marketing. See, she buat warung tu marketing depan, dia goreng, dia buat live marketing tu. Dia goreng depan rumah, bau naik, apa orang tengok. Oh. And then the pasaran is orang kampung. Orang kampung, pembeli. See, but with the lockdown, orang kampung tak boleh keluar rumah. Nak beli goreng pisang pun tak boleh. Makcik Kia tak ada business. So Makcik Kia bikinlah demonstrasi buat pisang goreng online. Itulah our industries, but but I'm sure kalau you talk to M Nasir, they went through a lot more. They went through from vinyl punya period, you know, M. Nasir, Ramli Syed, all these older creative guys kan, they went through that whole cartridge and then cassette, LP, vinyl, and then CDs. On top of that, all the piracy. Kan, so diorang lagi now they went through like from physical, sekarang semua streaming, dah tak ada download pun, orang dah tak download because people the habit of tukar phone every 2 years you tukar phone. So kalau semua store dalam phone, every time you tukar phone you nak kena re-upload balik. So orang dah malas ni, orang use cloud sekarang kan. So companies like Spotify is benefiting from it, like Spotify, Shazam, apa lagi, Deezer, Pandora, banyak lah kan sekarang, banyak. Cuma in terms of payment tu, we are suffering from it because diorang punya business model is global business model based on international sales. So kalau Beyonce atau let's say Coldplay, dia boleh dapat 1 billion streaming because number one is in English, and then the marketing pun important, and not just because you can put online dia akan jadi. There's a lot of marketing going into it, you know. So for them to do 1 billion streaming, it's not a problem sebab diorang ada that Lady Gaga semua, diorang ada that mechanism. As compared to kita hanya jual kat kita punya market and it's quite limited. As compared to dulu kita jual let's say 10,000 kaset atau CD, you can nampak some returns. But 10,000 streaming of the album tak cukup. Will not be able to pay your recording cost. Itu yang sekarang yang industry is suffering from that. So even label pun berhati-hati nak keluar. Then bila you keluar single, dia akan affect the live music industry in the future. Because now you're looking at the last of the Mohicans tau. People like Slam, people like Exist, who are able to do full concert. Okay, the legends like Ramli Syed, M. Nasir, they will do concerts every now and then, or to do tours and all that. But the current generation of artists banyak single. Kalau satu tahun you keluar hanya 3 single, bila you nak buat full concert? So you end up having maybe in the future just a concert of like variety show. A lot of combined artists, ramai-ramai. So the art form tu dah berubah, and then for the to see a concert macam tengok, I just saw Left-Handed in February in Singapore. You tengok dia punya collection of works, performance, it's different tau. It's a different. So you are creating a new breed of consumers. Mereka tidak akan faham album, dia akan faham lagu ni sedap, lagu ni tak sedap, lagu ni boleh buat TikTok. So dia jadi trivial, dia jadi the spiritual aspect of the music tu is slowly terhakis. Macam kita dengar U2 punya Joshua Tree album, atau you dengar Beatles punya Rubber Band, Rubber Soul, ataupun Sgt. Pepper, atau you dengar Bob Marley punya album, kan dia ada konsep, ada ideas, ada story to tell, But if there is no income coming from that kind of format, the labels, the money players, the investors will go like, why do album when you can do one song? So now, I mean, the trend is always shifting lah. So sekarang banyak artis, dia 5 bulan sekali dia keluar, atau 6 bulan sekali dia keluar album. Sebab apa? You can now create a lot of work. So 6 bulan dia drop new tracks, single ke EP ke. So dia constantly, so dia berubah lagi lah. Dia dynamic lah, dia berubah lagi. Kan dulu daripada tak ada album, kita dulu single format kan. Dia punya RPM tu 45 RPM. Satu set boleh fit satu lagu, dan terbalik side B kan, single kan. Dia bila vinyl keluar LP, long play, baru album keluar. So now sekarang ada choice. Dia boleh keluar single, dia keluar full album. So yalah, it's interesting to see the shift in the technology lah. Seni tetap seni lah, dia tak berubah, It's just the way how it's consumed and how you monetize it, kan. Even sekarang, I mean, we notice lagu pun kadang tak ada intro sekarang. Because why? Orang punya short span, dia punya attention span is very short. You have about 30 seconds to get their attention. So if you notice lagu-lagu baru sekarang, tak ada long intro, dia tak ada solo opening, tak ada. Within 30 seconds, you are into the song. Dia dah back macam Motown dulu, Motown start with the chorus. Kan lagu-lagu Diana Ross semua kan. They start with the chorus is the catch.
Correct.
Yeah. So now it's that lah. Now everybody is vying for everybody's attention. We are living in a very hyper world.
Yeah.
Everybody is like, oh ni. So you masuk YouTube pun dia punya advertisement is 15 seconds. Andy Warhol cakap apa? People in the future will be famous for 15 minutes. Sekarang 50 seconds pun dah untung lah.
Yeah, true. So when I try to
Jumpa
do,
minum
yeah, sama-sama. So, cukup kopi semua cukup untuk lagi 2-3 jam
My coffee stock up cukup.
Okay. So bila nak buat konsep ni, perbualan ni 2-3 jam ni, friends dan wife sendiri cakap, siapa nak dengar? Orang sekarang nak cepat, orang nak ada gimmick. Cakap tak apalah, biar orang buat apa orang nak buat, aku nak buat apa yang aku nak buat.
But what you doing now? Dia jadi archiving material.
Yeah, betul. That's right. What it is.
So for people doing research, later on, I mean, people that you interview, this become research material.
Yeah.
You might even do a book out of this.
Yeah, correct. True.
Kan?
True. Yeah. Tadi going back to yang pirates tadi. Even pirates also die because of this new platform. Actually, they are now behind institutions, legitimate institutions like licensing bodies and whatnot. They are there now.
I see. Wherever there's money to be made
they are still around. So probably they'll be joining with the legislature, regulators, being lobbyists and whatnot. They tell the government agencies what to do and what not to do.
The fight now is internal lah. You have to source out what is the lobby group, who's got what agenda to influence the government punya policies.
Yeah. So
the crooks have put on a suit now lah.
Yeah. Ties and nice shoes.
Right.
So memang susah lah nak menang. So, kita kena pasrah je lah.
Dia macam dulu all the gangsters yang dulu in the old days kan, gangster dia pergi every business dia minta protection money. Kan, minta ketua, okay, kalau kau tak bayar kita akan kacau kau punya business kan, that kind of thing. Yeah. So what happened now, especially macam in Singapore, what I heard lah, so they become legitimate. They set up security companies.
Yeah.
You provide bouncers, security guys and all that lah. So they end up paying taxes, legitimate. So the world get a bit more civilized lah, but still, still the element is still there lah.
But they provide their service. You pay. We are gangsters here, and we provide you a service. You pay us, everything will be fine. In fact, the gangsters protect legitimate businesses from illegitimate business, unscrupulous people as well. So you pay for something, you pay for a service, which is fine. Which is fine. Kalau kita ada government, I'm not saying Malaysian or Singapore government. Kalau kita ada government dan tak ada gangster, and we pay tax, and the government do not protect the citizen, pun tak guna juga. Lagi baik ada gangsters yang protect the business. Then the gangsters tak ada, tapi government tak protect the business owners.
Dia macam inilah cerita P. Ramlee yang dekat Titi diorang bergaduh tu kan, sebab apa nak naik boat. Kalau awak tak sabar, awak boleh berenang. Pendekar pun jangan lapuk. So the gangsters controlling the boat service tu. So it's similar that lah. That is the kiasan cerita P. Ramlee tu lah. You have that somebody manning the important service to cross the river ke apa tu kan. So somebody is there taking care of the business and it's gangsters running it lah. So some gangsters are legitimate gangsters, some it's safer to be legitimate lah, then you look more presentable, you're not afraid to go to the bank and stuff like that to draw your money kan. Yeah,
true. to be talking like you, to have the ability to be speaking like you. Sebenarnya kat Malaysia ni mostly hanya the CEOs and the managing directors and managers of director of public relations je boleh cakap macam ni. How I wish Malaysian artists and even Singaporean artists can speak well.
I think I mean there are a lot of artists macam I think you're talking about I mean there are quite a few Malaysian artists yang of that level where they can, because I think once you understand the role of the artist, I was reading this book by Nina Simone. Dia cakap not by her, as in by autobiography of Nina Simone, and then they quoted her. She said an artist should reflect the times. And Nina Simone is very smart. She's very clever. Dia diva, tapi she's a classical trained pianist who went into jazz, but she considers herself as a folk musician. Padahal dia classically trained dekat Juilliard, but because of racism, dia tak boleh go through that certain barrier, certain ceiling dia tak lepas. So she said, yeah, I mean, which is very poignant because the artist punya role is that to reflect. Also, you need to entertain people. Obviously, it's entertainment. Yeah. Tapi bila kita tak cerita sedih, kita terhibur. Tapi terhibur doesn't mean kita so entertain. So penghibur tu doesn't mean you have to be a clown.
Yeah.
You have to be happy all the time. So you are feeding orang punya nurani, dia punya soul, dia punya mind, emotional, and then the intellectual apa semua lah. So I think that's important for artists to understand it, and also for the society to appreciate artists at that level. Kalau tidak, dan kita jadi badut lah.
Betul.
You just clowning on TV, and then you become bahan gosip. I mean, to be fair, even the West pun ada gossip channel dia. Orang yang lagi worse, orang pergi holiday, artis pergi holiday, orang ambil kamera besar, zoom, ambil gambar diorang tengah sunbathing apa semua kan. So they do have that component, but they also have the very intellectual component of music. Orang study Dylan punya lyrics. I think Lolok punya lyrics should be studied in universities.
Yeah.
Correct. So I think kita missing out those component. Tapi kerana mungkin kita industri kita mengikut lah. Kita banyak follow, mengikut, meniru rather than create something kan.
Kita punya pergelutan semasa masyarakat, majoriti masyarakat adalah pergelutan untuk mencari duit. Untuk mencari duit, untuk menyediakan makanan untuk keluarga, untuk menyediakan bumbung di kepala. Jadi kepentingan untuk memikir perkara-perkara intelektual belum sampai lagi. Baik di Malaysia ataupun di Indonesia. Jadi atas pemikiran yang macam tu, tidak banyak lagu-lagu kita ataupun filem-filem kita yang akan memperkata, berbincang ataupun menyuarakan pemikiran semasa tu. The voice of that generation or that time. Because kita masih lagi sibuk untuk kisah cari makan ni. Untuk dan penghibur-penghibur kita pun adalah penghibur yang cari makan. Kalau penghibur yang untuk menjanakan pemikiran, untuk menghasilkan satu buah pemikiran, dia tak akan dapat cari makan. Jadi dia tidak ramai yang akan ke situ lah. Komedian-komedian kita adalah masih lagi komedian yang buat slapstick jokes berserta dengan lelaki berpakaian perempuan dan perempuan sangat gemuk dan tak elok rupanya. Dia masih lagi level tu je. Macam Lucille Ball in the 60s, in the 50s, dia lawa, dia jambu. Dia bukan satu orang perempuan yang menghampirkan diri dia sebagai berbadan besar dan bergigi jonggang.
That's why the people should be laughing at your jokes, not laughing at you. See, banyak komedi kita punya banyak slapstick dan dia membuat orang tertawa pada diri dia kerana dia buat something funny. So you're almost like a clown, bukan comedian.
Correct.
The true test of a comedian is, can you do stand-up comedy?
We don't have that culture here.
Ada few, tapi it requires a constant supply of, the more
Yeah.
dia banyak aktiviti, jadi akan makin bagus.
Yeah. If you do stand-up comedian here, if you're Malay or a Chinese or an Indian, you would have to do it in English.
Yeah. I mean,
You can't see a stand-up comedian doing their comic in Malay, or I don't understand Chinese, but I don't see any stand-up comedian doing stand-up comedy in Chinese, nor in Tamil.
Indonesia does start. They have some TV programs where they do stand-up comedy. Quite successful. One or two of them became well known for that lah. Because I think dia orang punya template is American. Kita Singapore, Malaysia is very British. Indonesia is very very influenced by American. They even dia orang punya parliamentary system, the pakai president, that, the president having power rather than prime minister. So that's very American influence. I mean, this is geopolitics lah. Bila they wanted to topple Sukarno, they had to bring in Suharto, and then Suharto was supported by the CIA, because they takut Vietnam topple, the domino effect, Vietnam, Thailand, and then kena so they supported. Then so the Americans had a lot of fingers in Indonesia from Suharto time. Even when Suharto stepped down, the rumors was that they advised him to step down. You step down, and then so now with the new not new, but the second term President Jokowi, so he's trying to get back certain privileges that was given to the Europeans lah. So macam Freeport dekat Papua New Guinea, dekat Papua, not Papua New Guinea, Papua dia ada half Irian Jaya dulu. So Freeport is American hold the rights for mining since Suharto time, since 65. So berapa trilion dia nak bikin duit tu? Those are, I mean, dia mining hasil bumi kan, from nickel apa benda tu semua, and Indonesia hanya dapat a small percentage. So now with what Jokowi has done, he's actually gained 51% of the rights, the share tu. Wow. So that money goes back to the people, you see. So I see, like, study the both markets and see different people punya different masyarakat punya pergerakan, and then you see, because that will affect orang punya artistic output. Like I think Mio our friend Mio, dia selalu, now he's basking lah dekat Central kan, KL Central. So he wrote one interesting article. Dia tulis Iwan Fals mati bersama Suharto.
Betul. Dia tulis artikel ke?
Dia tulis, because I understand where it's coming from, because bila ada rejim kuku besi, dia mesti ada counter reaction. For every action there's equally opposite reaction kan. So dengan adanya kuku besi macam tu, so the artist terpaksa keluar works yang kena selindung. They cannot be outwardly and dikritisasi, nanti diorang kena arrested apa semua kan. So dia keluar lagu bento, lagu bongkar, ini semua, ini all are subtleties, lagu cerita yang critical of the regime, but disguised in an art form. Itu beauty of art. Dia berkias, berlapik, as compared to Facebook status update. You see? So I'm thinking kadang-kadang it's like berapa banyak idea-idea yang bagus atau statement-statement yang gempak yang hanya tinggal status update di Facebook dan tidak menjadi lagu.
Betul.
Kerana dia lebih direct kan, dia communicate lebih direct. So kalau sudah ada platform, okay, tak happy dengan certain things in governance atau in certain policy, you terus say it online. So that means your role as an artist dah kena ubah dah. So, because for you to talk about certain issue, by the time lagu you keluar, your puisi keluar, your buku keluar, isu ni dah habis dah.
Dah outdated dah,
ataupun sudah di people have moved on or talked about the issue kan. So what is the role of the artist now? Especially contemporary artists yang talk about contemporary issues, whether you're a painter, poet, musician, writer, that kind of thing. So kita punya role pun is dynamic lah, is berubah, dia berubah. Macam kalau I mean the best you tengok Banksy from UK kan, yang dia bikin all the social statement through his graffiti to the itu dia kira the modern artist lah, he's the modern Warhol lah. Dah cakap banyak. Kena minum kopi dulu.
What's your role then, brother?
I don't
in
know,
2020.
man. I don't know. I just hope. I mean, there are many layers for the seni ni kan. One layer is entertainment lah. Dia menghiburkan. That means dia feed orang punya terhibur dari segi kehendak naluri dia kan, dia dengar. So for me, one aspect is kalau orang balik kerja penat, dia pasang Spotify, kan tak pasang CD lah kan. So dia pasang Spotify ke, dia pasang CD kat kita, my music lah. And then he feels good about it. Okay lah, drive. It's nice. Yeah. That is one criteria fulfilled.
Betul.
Dia terhibur kenapa dia menenangkan whether dari segi music dia.
Betul.
Dan doesn't have to be intellectual all the time because terlalu intellectual pun boring.
Penat.
Kan? Penat. So dia kena ada elemen menghiburkan dari segi music mungkin. Kalau lirik dia heavy, music dia kena simplify and then kena make it interesting untuk orang dengar.
Correct.
So what that is, the role of the artist, one layer to one level masih tetap macam tu lah.
Menghiburkan.
Menghiburkan dan communicate. Kerana apa? Industri kita ni part of memory building. Kita membina orang punya memory. Kerana apa? Bila orang dengar lagu M. Nasir tahun 88, dia dengar sekarang, dia akan ingat tahun 88.
Ya. Dekat mana dia berada kan?
So sama kalau orang dengar lagu yang sekarang baru keluar yesterday for example. Lagi 10 tahun dia dengar. Dia akan one aspect itulah. I mean, dia nostalgia lah, tapi dia memang part of the memory kan.
Yeah.
Dan that interesting tu bila apa tu? Kadang-kadang kita dengar lagu orang putih, tapi kita ingat kampung. Because apa? Masih kita kat kampung kita dengar lagu tu.
Correct.
Masa kata dengar lagu Scorpion masa kat kampung.
Yeah.
Sekarang kita dengar, lagu Scorpion kita ingat dulu lah kat kampung lah, masa time sekolah. Something like that lah.
Yep. Kita pun ada lagu-lagu Melayu yang kita akan ingat London. Of course.
Yeah.
Kita akan ingat Leeds.
Yeah. So one of it, the role tu memang satu itulah. Lagi memory building dan communication at spiritual level kan.
Communication at spiritual level. Correct.
Communication at spiritual level is important. Tak semua artis perlu jadi contemporary artist yang talk about social issues or political issues because not everybody's cup of tea sih. Tak semua orang boleh bidang dia kat situ kan. So bikin apa yang terbaik tapi kena jaga quality lah. Quality dan one of the weakness of our industry, kita fikir bikin duit lah. I mean this is the issue lah. Which you brought up just now. Cek makan. Kalau main ni kena cek makan. So kita masih belum berani kita masih belum berani berlapar. Kerana seni. Itu I see that happen in some sectors of Indonesian punya bahagian kisah orang-orang teater. Orang yang memang dia tak akan senang hidup dia kerana memang dia punya industri macam tu je. Tapi dia masih buat apa yang dia buat kerana dia seniman. But also because maybe cost of living is different, standard of living is different, you know. Itu also important because compared to Singapore and Malaysia, Singapore susah untuk artis jadi full time kerana the market is limited. Kita tak ramai orang kan. Melayu Singapura hanya 700,000 orang. So you downsize to taste of music, age group, you know, and then some tak dengar music, ada kata music haram, ada hanya dengar nasyid, ada so you break it down, dia makin kecil.
Yeah.
So we are like a bit like Brunei in some way lah dari segi market size. Cuma Singapura ni dia masih lagi bertahan kerana pedigree dia. Kerana dulu Piramli ada kat sini. Dulu M. Nasir ada kat sini. Dulu Sharifah ini rekod kat sini. So kita ada that element. That is part of our history lah. But in terms of industry, we are limited by size in terms of population. Lagi bila talking about live music. Dulu kita untuk jual 2,000, 3,000 CD in Singapore no problem. And you can make your in the 90s lah.
Okay.
90s to sell 3,000 CDs, you make your money back, you know. CD let's say is at about taruh lah easy $10, you mark up 40%. So you're selling at $14 to the shop. The shop sells at $18 to $20. So you still get back bit. Kalau you sell at 3,000 CD, you dapat about $30,000. If your cost of production is 20,000, you make your money back and then you can reinvest in because Rausyanfikir is independent. Kita have been independent since day one. we because kita waktu Rausyanfikir keluar album pertama, pesada muzik Melayu tengah sibuk dengan rock. I mean that is the moment tu memang moment rock. Kita tak boleh lawan. Kalau you nak popular, you kena main rock. You jangan main dangdut, you jangan main pop. Because that was the energy at that time. And even in fact kita pun I wrote for Rami Sarip, and then my band member Muhammad Yasin also wrote for Abang Ramli. So we were part of that movement juga. Cuma kita took one step back. Cakap kita mungkin nak lawan arus sikit. Not kita nak melawan sangat, but kita nak present something yang more honest to ourselves. Untuk diri kita kan. Dan kita I think kita were conscious about the Nusantara punya sound. So we were looking at because ini kena go back track the sejarah orang Melayu di Singapura. Orang Melayu di Singapura ni, I would say maybe 60%, 70% keturunan Jawa. The roots.
60-70% Jawa.
I think so lah. I'm not sure exactly what is the figures, because over the years orang dah assimilate through urbanization. Dulu kampung you ada kampung-kampung yang nama Jawa, kampung Pacitan apa. But then with urbanization, kampung was torn down. So everybody moved to rumah flat. So and then everybody is lumped together as Melayu. That is the general anthropological term lah. Kalau you look at the Malay race as compared to the suku Melayu. So these are the other issues also. Because Indonesia, Melayu is suku. Like Minang, suku Batak, suku Melayu, suku Jawa kan. But the anthropological term is the Malay race. Like you have the Malay Archipelago punya buku about the Malay speaking world lah. Itu anthropology punya term lah. So kita di label as Melayu in total through urbanization kan. So okay lah, sama juga. At the end of the day, the roots is there. So when we were young, especially in the 70s, the local TV banyak main Indonesian films. So we were very aware of what's going on in Indonesia and what's going on in Malaysia. In the 70s, macam Bro Marantika, lagu filem Akhir Sebuah Impian, Ratapan Anak Tiri, Rano Karno, all that were like classic staple movies yang until today those actors kadang-kadang datang Singapore buat tea events dengan the fans lah. Dia masih datang jumpa fan, nak ambil gambar dengan Amelia Contessa, dengan Rano Karno, whoever lah, from that time, So we are like this little kid in the middle between two giants, Malaysia, Indonesia. So you're looking left, right. So we're getting all the influence coming in. So from Malaysia, kita dapat all the element very Melayu punya works like Usman Awang punya karya-karya. We were exposed to that. I saw Usman, I met him personally, through Dr. Wan Zawawi, met Samad Said, So these are the elements that influence our writing or influence our reading, like at least, At the same time, kita were exposed to Rendra. I saw Rendra perform in Singapore because dia datang for some event, dia buat baca puisi. So and then you exposed to Iwan Fals punya works. So you getting all that. So Rausyanfikir was coming from that angle. So we're getting that influence from all the various the two big brothers lah, Malaysia, Indonesia ni kita. So we were just like absorbing everything and try to. That's why kalau dengar music Rausyanfikir, they are those elements. They are the very Malay elements, instead lagi storyline, and then obviously we use a bit of Jawa punya feel and some gamelan sample just to create the idea of the Nusantara punya feel. That was the idea behind it lah.
How did you guys work together? Because how?
Okay. The story is a bit like all these old classic bands. We were friends first. Kalau tengok Beatles, Rolling Stones, they semua kawan. Not that I'm saying that we are like Beatles lah, but the story is always that you look at U2, they kawan dulu. Dia main tak terror, but later on they develop their style, but the friendship tu itu important. Itu yang gel the band. You look at even siapa ada band like UB40, but UB40 sekarang tengah bergaduh lah, adik-beradik bergaduh. Yeah, but UB40 were friends dekat Birmingham. So they created, so I mean great bands like U2, Beatles, Rolling Stones, they're kawan. So Here and me were friends. Kita daripada late teens kita dah kawan through common friend. So they introduce, okay, kita share common interest. Arwah Isham was my school friend.
And Here and Isham kawan juga.
Kawan. No. I introduced them because of the common interest, you see. So we started out as friends dulu, tapi kita tak ada idea pun nak bikin album ke apa ke. Tak ada, we just okay, we have common interest. Kita suka puisi, kita nak perform lagu-lagu style-style. Last time they call it lagu puisi lah, but actually it's not really lagu puisi, actually lagu-lagu folk sebenarnya.
Yeah.
So that's how we got together lah, and then eventually Arwah Hisham cakap, why don't we just do our own album? Rather than kita tunggu orang offer bikin ni, and then you have to work with the mainstream, you kena main lagu certain songs that you mungkin tak nak nyanyi, you tak nak perform, you know. So that's what we did. We just put our money together and just bikin lah, just guerrilla, kita punk lah in that sense. Very indie, you know. So kita set up our own production, and then we had Abang Ismail Marzuki, Eddie Marzuki. He was our producer, arranger, so he helped us a lot of the to get the sound apa kan, to the idea. We told him the ideas that we wanted. So dia translate our ideas into to sound itself. So that's how we started lah. And then it happens to be that time Pony Canyon baru masuk Singapore. Pony Canyon, Asia Bagus. Sebelum tu Asia Bagus. Ingat Asia Bagus. So Asia Bagus started, and then Asia Bagus was part of Fuji Sankei TV network, big telecommunication giant in Japan. So diorang set up a record label in Singapore called Pony Canyon. To they sign, they were looking for new local artists lah. So they sign us up untuk distribute work semua. And then from Singapore, they set up another office in KL. Itu they sign Amy Mastura, Ali from Expedisi after that was part of that thing lah. So in a way, we were at the right time lah, in that sense that kita dah ada produk, dan kita terus jumpa the label, dia cakap, yeah, we can sign you guys up and distribute the album. So first album kita distributor was Pony Canyon Live Records from Malaysia. In second album was BMG Malaysia. Yang lagu Fikir-Fikir semua was under BMG.
Okay.
So yeah, we started out as friends, and then kita pun tak fikir whether it will sell or not, but we thought just buat je lah. I mean, just tengok macam mana lah kan. We had no idea exactly what will happen. So bila kita bikin tu, kita rasa okay lah, dah put out lah. Whatever happens next, we just wait and see. Tak ada manager, you know, we didn't have the right components, you see. But we only had passion, and then the untung dia kita both all can write. So what happened is I act as a co-producer where okay, kita nak bikin album ni, give me your 5 of your best songs or 6 of your best songs that you baru tulis, and then I olah lah, then I will just curate. Okay, I think lagu ni bagus untuk konsep ni, jadi album ni kita pakai lagu ni, dan yang ni boleh simpan untuk next album. So the first album I kind of help to coordinate that aspect. In fact the second album pun sama lah, like macam conceptually that kita kena lagu ni, kalau lagu A cerita dia sama dengan lagu B, then kita tak boleh pakai lagu A. Ada one kita tak boleh pakai lagu sama. So ada one song yang Rausyanfikir yang kita belum tak release, yang ditulis oleh Arwah Hisham. The storyline tu hampir sama dengan lagu Ali Malas. Ali mi maleblam sinali malas. Lagu tu. So that the story is a bit critical of the Malay habits lah. Some sector of the community yang are not willing to fight for their, you know, for to move ahead, you know. So that Arwah Hisham ada tulis satu lagu yang storyline dia hampir sama. So I said, look, lagu ni tak boleh sebab dia dah duplicate storyline dia. Nanti orang dengar
Ali Malas apa buat?
Lagu saya. That's my song. So sampai bertekak jugalah kat studio, like any creative process, bila you involve different heads, you have to talk it out, and then you have to fight and stand your ground and give your reason kan.
Correct.
Itu yang the experience lah. First album kita record di Quad Studio. Itu banyak Abang Ramli Sarip banyak record dia punya album kat situ. Album Ehsan, lagu Rentak Hidup, Quad Studio in Singapore. Second album kita record di legendary Lain Studio. Lain Studio tu dia ada satu macam, kalau Chinese bilang ong. Dia ada luck. Look at a lot of the classic album yang hits is made in Polygram Studio. I mean now it's called Lion Studio. Dulu was part of Polygram.
Right.
Kembara punya album, Search punya at least first 3 albums, Alley Cats album,
Lain studio.
Headwind. So a few years back bila kita wanted to re-release Rausyanfikir compilation, I had to go back to the studio to look for the original tracks.
Ada lagi?
The quarter inch ada. Dalam dia punya storage room tu, dalam tak terlalu besar, but the room is, and actually quite big lah, aircon room tu, semua tersusun. And I tell you, dalam situ, Headwind, Alley Cats, Kembara, Raffi Abuang, you name it, all the classic Malay hits is in there. In Singapore, dekat Commonwealth sekarang. It's sitting there right now. I tak tahu dia orang buang ke tidak. Because why? The original owner, John, dah meninggal. John, dia orang English lah, English guy. Dia after Polygram, dia took over the business. So bila he passed away a few years back, I tak tahu siapa running the studio. Studio tu masih ada, still there. And I hope the tapes are still there because that is all the khazanah modern Malay music is there.
Yeah.
In fact, kalau you pergi the office buildings, dalam office tu, all the gold disc masih ada. Kembara punya gold disc, Alley Cats, yang diorang tak ambil bawa balik, diorang letak situ.
So that place is still a studio, still
It's
music.
From the last time I heard, it was still a music studio because it is one of the biggest room dalam Asia. Dia boleh fit at least 4 ping-pong table. The live room. So dia boleh record orchestra, jazz bands, and then dia masih analog.
Masih analog.
Masih analog. At that time, like when we were recording a few years back.
Yeah.
So now I'm not sure whether, because bila dia dah tukar, the original owner meninggal and then somebody took over, I don't know whether dia orang simpan ke tidak tu. Because those are the classic, is the classic works of Malay modern music tau.
By right, those materials, those footages or tape belongs to the labels.
But okay, this is again the weakness of our industry. The labels, nobody care.
Yeah.
The music labels, when they come out with best of compilation of, let's say, Black Dog, Bone, or Alley Cats, there is no footage no footnotes of who the artists are. It's just collection of lagu-lagu and then tampal. There's no story. Nobody knows who they are. The story behind, like bikin box set ke apa. Because again, the weakness of our industry is just a job. It's just hiburan.
Yeah,
it's not
betul.
Intellectual. It's not khazanah budaya kita. So, as compared to, Bob Marley punya album, where is the original master tape? It's in Switzerland, in a cave, where it's vaulted. It's on YouTube. You check.
To prepare them for nuclear war ke apa
So benda tu tak rosak. Okay, first dia taruh kat negeri sejuk. So you save on maybe air conditioning.
Yeah.
And then they is well in macam dalam bunker. So all the master tapes, classic punya album apa from the labels is there. It's all there. Because dia macam museum piece. Kita pergi museum, kita tengok pasu daripada Ottoman itu khazanah Ottoman. So tapi zaman moden dengan teknologi is audio, and audio is stored in tapes or in digital format sekarang, and that has to be kept. So they can still do remix of Bob Marley. Recent few years back, they orang bikin remix of Bob Marley punya classic songs. Get some new artists to buat remix, taruh additional apa, just to create new. It's remarketing the whole thing lah. Tapi based on the original master tapes. Now, kalau kita nak re-record balik, nak taruh remix, let's say Alley Cats, andainya aku pergi. What's the original master? The tracks, the separated tracks. You cannot remix just the finished product. So these are people in the music industry, in whether it's Universal or Warner, or tiga lah sekarang kan, BMG, Warner sama Universal. But if there is no one interested in that, no one cares, then it will just die down. Then in future bila cakap, mana lagu Kembara yang original, the classic album, lagu Hati Emas, the album mana? You adalah the finished product, but the actual recording is there, it's sitting there in Singapore. But if you guys, the guys in KL are not interested to find out, then it's gonna, sooner or later it's gonna get cleared. If in this situation, if the business not doing well, if they have to close the studio, they will throw everything away. Lagi ni bahan Melayu, they don't care. Ini tape dah tak pakai, siapa nak dengar, dah tak ada mesin nak main. See, these are the thing that kita are still lagging behind in terms of kita punya mengumpul hazanah kita, keeping. And then also in terms of rights, publishing rights. I mean, luckily for us, we were quite aware when we were younger. So kita set up our own publishing. So kita own the rights of publishing until today. In fact, I have one English album dengan Pony Canyon. I bought over the rights. Now I own the publishing and the physical rights of the album. Yeah. You see? Because also one thing is like this. Okay, banyak lagu-lagu kita. Okay, this is the business side of things lah. SM Salim, lagu-lagu klasik, lagu-lagu asli, lagu-lagu hazanah Melayu lah. A lot of our works, but who owns the rights of all these works?
Not them.
It's the multinationals.
Yeah. Not us.
The work that is very important to your culture is owned by Americans. Perjalanan Hidup, Rami Sarip, klasik. Aku yang masih belongs to Warner Music. Or it's Warner Music Malaysia, but still, it's owned by multinationals. So someone like Luncai Mas comes in, so they create publishing because you own that right. For example, if you want to take a song from let's say lagu SM Salim, ni cakap lepas lah, take lagu SM Salim, and then I want to do it for a beer commercial in the US. Nobody can say anything because they don't own the rights. But if you own the right, then you have the right to say yes or no. So a lot of our works, even P. Ramlee's works, under EMI, is owned by multinational. I mean, morally we own him in the sense lah. Yeah. Tapi dari segi the actual intellectual property, it doesn't belong to us.
I understand where you're coming from, but still sebenarnya it's argumentative. I pernah dengar satu cerita pasal Mama Jui. Cerita ni I'm tak sure lagi kesahihan dia. Let's be clear. So Mama Jui in 1992 dia punya kontrak tamat. So dia punya kontrak tamat dan dia bebas. Dia dapat balik dia punya rights keseluruhannya.
Right.
So apa terjadi adalah publishers terkejut perkara ni berlaku because you see Copyright Act in Malaysia dia in 1987 yang the amendment of Copyright Act tu. So apabila Mama Jui punya kontrak tamat, publishers sedar satu perkara, kontrak tamat dan kita tidak meletak apa-apa
clause
to safeguard our interest. So disebabkan oleh itu ada sesuatu telah berlaku in 1992 between 92 and 95 yang mana became what we kononnya understood today, yang some rights are forever. Sebenarnya it might not be forever. Something happened in 92 between label publisher and Mama Jui. If I'm not mistaken, Norman KRU had an issue with this as well apabila dia nak dia punya right. I might be wrong, tapi kalau I'm wrong, please correct me lah.
Yeah, it's something that is worth looking into and checking because betul macam sekarang banyak even in the West nobody owns full copyrights. Like you can.
They cannot. For instance, in back last year, end of 2019, I asked the board of directors of MACP regarding P. Ramlee's rights. So in front of the members, Janice Fong Sony kot. She worked with EMI if I'm not mistaken some time ago. So dia cakap ada contract between P. Ramlee and EMI or whoever. Dia cakap ada. And then she said, mana yang tak ada, kita sign later. I understood it says selepas P. Ramlee meninggal. So, can you sign a contract selepas orang tu meninggal? is questionable. I ask MACP, boleh tak dia tunjukkan kepada kita kontrak-kontrak P. Ramlee dengan the publishing. Satu, because of dia pun khazanah bangsa kita. Nombor dua, untuk menunjukkan betul ke tak dia orang ada kontrak. So banyak benda yang yang questionable. Perkara ni berlaku di hadapan members of MACP back in 2019.
Yeah. I mean, it's is it even legally binding for, and who is representing P. Ramlee at that time to sign lepas posthumous, lepas dia meninggal, you know, like
so banyak benda yang questionable lah, yang I'm very suspicious of the legitimacy of it. Satu lagi about this contract kan, contract perpetual until orang tu mati. Tak, dia macam zalim lah, dia tak masuk akal. Kontrak sampai orang tu mati dan dia punya estate pun dia control juga. You know, P. Ramlee dah mati dan estate dia pun dia control juga. Can these people hold the royalties of orang-orang macam P. Ramlee? Masih lagi questionable because you see akta apa yang kita lakukan ni is bawa the Copyright Act. The Copyright Act is an act by itself on its own. Sometimes you have to read an act, Copyright Act along with syarikat punya act. So in terms of copyright ni banyak benda yang pincang lah. Okay, what you said tadi tu, who owns this copyright? Orang tu dah mati pun ada multinational companies yang own this right. Sebenarnya questionable. Adakah dia orang betul-betul own? This is another thing. I keep saying it again and again and again and again. In Indonesia, in 2014, the Parliament of Indonesia implement this new Copyright Act. I dah jumpa dengan orang punya Director General ataupun yang bahagian copyright ni. Dia menyatakan bahawa in 2014 tu mereka took American punya Reversal Right Act and then they implement it in Indonesia. Okay, the effect, what is the effect? A copyright work setelah 25 tahun upon dia punya publishing, all the rights will go back to the right owners, pemegang hak ataupun sekarang kita panggil pemegang taruh, the copyright owners. Walaupun dulu 25 years ago mereka ada kontrak yang stated as perpetually until kau mati sampai walaupun ada kontrak pun macam mana pun dan tak ada kontrak pun the right after 25 years will go back to the rightful owners.
Right.
So I think
that's fair.
So I am trying to do this lah to menyedarkan kita punya kawan-kawan ahli-ahli kita bahawa di Indonesia mereka sedang buat ni. Marilah kita berkempen untuk membuatkan parlimen kita pun meletakkan undang-undang macam ni. Agar apa? Agar P. Ramlee dan keturunan dia dapat balik menikmati hak harta intelek tu 100% sepenuhnya. Agar orang macam Datuk Ahmad Nawab setelah 50 tahun hasil kerja dia 50% dinikmati oleh multinational companies ataupun the publishers, dia akan menikmati hak dia 100% di usianya yang semakin senja kan.
Dan dia akan jadi harta family.
Yeah. So okay, macam Malaysia kita ada Lebuh Raya Utara Selatan back in the 90s dulu kita the Plus Highway kan. Government back then kita bagi kontrak concession kepada this company untuk buat lebuh raya, and then the company spend like 100 over million. So the concession kerajaan bagi for 30 years. So within this 30 years, this Lebuh Raya Utara Selatan syarikat Plus ni boleh buat keuntungan, boleh buat duit atas modal millions yang orang spend tu. So 30 years is a good time lah for them to make some money. Right. And then you imagine music, you buat music, Ahmad Nawab buat music contohnya, berapa back in the 70s dulu? 2,000 ringgit ada, $2,000 ada. Jumlahnya kecil. And yet diorang pegang kontrak sampai kiamat.
Yeah.
It's not fair. Dan dasar harta hak cipta ialah untuk memperkasakan pencipta. Without the pencipta, you have nothing.
Yeah.
So kita
And the reason why I decided to set up my own publishing, because I found this book dululah dekat Borders, dulu ada Borders. So this book called
back in the 90s
90s. It's called What You Need to Know About the Music Business. So it's basically gives you the layout what the music business is. So it's by Donald Passman. Sekarang dah edition ke-10. So they update lah macam I just got the book recently. So it's now they update pasal live streaming, all these new deals lah, the 360 degrees clause apa semua kan. So but that time when I was reading it, I said, hey, actually I should own my own publishing. Unless you sign to, let's say, a publishing house, taruhlah Ace Publishing House. The actual practice at international standard, India Western Territory, the writers get an advance against future royalties. And that advance is big enough for them to pay even for a house. When I was in London, I met a few people who got that deal. Dapat first check, dia beli rumah. Atau down payment for rumah.
Yeah.
So, in terms of, that is where you sign a publishing deal.
Correct.
Because you sign against future royalties. Now sekarang, you sign dengan local punya arm of the international firm, but they don't practice the same thing. Diorang, okay, you sign dengan kita lah. So you cakap, aku punya work semua ada Warner whatever lah, international punya ni. You are the bragging rights, tapi the fact that you're not making a lot of money from it.
Yeah.
You're not getting the right kind of deal. Let's say you sign the exclusive deal with them. Tapi you tak dapat that kind of advance payment that's at least ada give and take. So okay, you take this, you give me in advance against future royalties. At least it's fair.
Betul.
Kan? Ini kalau you kasih exclusive, dan ni tak dapat apa-apa. Diorang dapat exclusive rights, and then you get nothing. And then you tunggu 6 bulan, setahun baru dapat you see the report.
Betul.
And so yeah, so that's when I thought, I think we can do it ourselves lah. And I did advise a few friends juga yang nak sign. Bukan I'm against international publishers.
No.
But they also have a role because their job actually is to monitor the international works.
Correct.
See, people forget these multinationals are set up not to promote local music.
No. Yeah.
They are set up to sell Madonna, Beatles, all that,
Michael
back
Jackson.
in the 50s, Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
Cuma kebetulan ada local scene.
Yeah.
So instead of giving away that particular slice of the pie, let's make that pie ours. So they create lah. So kita pun untung kerana apa? Ada funding to, for M. Nasir to record Kembara and then Sweet Charity and the Warner Music. So it's plus minus, it benefits everybody lah.
Yeah.
But the objective is actually not to promote, not to sell local music. It's So it even goes back to kenapa dulu banyak lagu saduran, all the hit songs, because they get back the royalties for the home territory.
Pandai,
you pay the lyricist RM50. Okay lah, you buat lagu Mr. Postman, you bikin Melayu version. Nah, you dapat lirik RM50 dah. You happy with that, and then we still attain the right. That's why lagu by so and so and copyright control. So they ignore the lyrics. Padahal lyrics is important. And Arwah Lolo was the one that stood his ground and said, no, lyrics need to be 50-50 with the music. If I'm not wrong, that it was I heard lah. Because tak fair lah because you're a writer, you're a lyricist. The lyrics give a face to the song. Kalau tidak, dia hanya body je, dia hanya music is just body. Tapi dengan ada seni kata, dengan title, dia kasih wajah, kasih nama pada karakter tu. Kan? Bayangkan lagu Mustika, dijadikan lagunya berjudul Cintaku. It doesn't have the same impact. Oh, cintaku, it's not the same. Mustika. So the importance of lyrics is very, very important. Kan, dari segi one thing I appreciate is the music industry Melayu ni, dia memang give face to lyricists. Dia kasih penghormatan, lagu dicipta oleh so and so, lirik oleh so and so. International mana? Kalau dia dengar international radio station, this song was written by, they don't care who the writers are. You get your money, tapi you tak akan dimention dalam radio. Ni lagu ciptaan M. Nasir, lirik oleh Lolo. You get that. Dan that is a very particular recognition budaya dalam radio Melayu di Singapore and Malaysia, where they actually tell you who wrote the songs. But that may be changing again because why dulu they know who wrote because you buka CD, you buka, you baca inlay card. Now digital format, I don't think they even mention who the writer is.
Yeah.
Right. So it's again moving to another direction. In fact now, what I heard was the international writers in the West, they orang fighting for the rights to have the writer punya nama included in the digital punya information dekat iTunes, Spotify, so that when people click, they actually see who the writers are. Kalau tidak, you just nameless person, no face, no name. You get your royalties, tapi the recognition tak ada. You tak dapat that pengiktirafan, which one thing good about our industry masih lagi, especially lagu-lagu lama. I don't know about new songs. And also, tapi mungkin sekarang banyak artis write in their own music, jadi senang to identify. Oh, ini daripada Imran Jemain, ditulis oleh Imran Jemain, you know?
Yeah, betul. Interesting ni. To me, I don't care much about names, that kind of recognition, as long as I dapat kewangan daripada dia. I'm very superficial.
Right. Yeah.
So because I need to feed my family and need to feed myself, that is number one. Number two, yes, building your reputation and names is very important. That is why lagu Ramli Sarip bukan kerana nama mesti di-ban daripada radio Malaysia dan Singapore dan Indonesia. It's wrong. He is teaching a wrong lesson to all of us. Kita menulis mesti bina nama. Tanpa nama kita takkan ke mana. Anyway, Abang Ramli jangan marah saja buat lawak. Lawak tak lawak
itu,
pun.
the song was written by M. Bakri. Bakri Johari.
Bakri Johari ke tu?
Yeah. That was written by Bakri Johari. Dia dah meninggal lah years back.
Alamak, okay.
Yeah. So tapi, but then that song is more on the spiritual element lah, you know, like you are doing something. I mean, I'm sure. But you're right. You need to have now you're talking about branding. You need to have a certain name to it, kan. So it's important that people recognize, because also that translate to work. Because if they know, lagu ni bagus, siapa tulis? Maybe can get him to do our musical. But kalau you tak the information, they're not going to go to MACP and like, who wrote this song? We want to. So these are the other issues that they need to look. That we are losing out because why the writers are not given they're given the due lah in terms of royalties, but in terms of that recognition though. Tapi one thing I respect Malaysia, you still have music where you actually the program is about lagu penulis dia. It's a writer's program. That doesn't exist in I don't know whether it exists in tempat-tempat lain.
Yeah, betul.
This music is actually to celebrate the writers. You know, so and it's ongoing tradition dah berapa dah? 15 tahun, 20 tahun?
30 years.
Oh my god, okay. Dah 30 tahun. Okay, I'm a
34
bit
to be precise.
Kita kan lupa dah berapa lama kita dalam industri.
Betul.
Yeah, so but it's good that still maintain and the fact that I know for sure, I mean this is from friends who live in Malaysia, diorang akan target diorang punya movement for the day from the TV program. Aku akan keluar lepas show ni. I will only nak jumpa lepas program ni. You know, they want to watch that program, you know. Back then bila it was so important that people know lagu apa yang akan menang, yang dipertandingkan and all that. I mean as it is any competition show, orang suka tengok. Manusia tengok competition. That's why reality TV program, talent show apa memang banyak penonton. Then of course now then you have the AF and the likewise lah the talent time of its time lah currently kan. AF Maestro apa semua. Where it creates new talents based on the current trends lah, the reality TV style kan. But yeah, I mean, I don't regret being in the industry. The industry is tough. I mean, music and music business is two different things.
Correct. Betul.
So music is good, it's fun, it feeds your soul. But music business is something it's like any other work. You have to know the ins and outs, especially if you are independent. You're not signed to major label. You need to know, your rights. You need to know what's going on, what's with the technology. Like, I mean, I had to relearn back the whole industry when I started back again in Asia, because I was away for some time. When I came back, I was looking at the market. Oh, dah banyak berubah. So you had to learn. Okay, no one is buying CD. So where is the game now? Oh, the game is online. So you have to know what is the online game. Now you have digital barcode, your ISRC on every song. I need to learn that because I doing my own independent label. So you need to know this in and outs, apa pun. Kalau tidak, you tak boleh bergerak. You don't know. Oh, okay. Then you have to know about One Stop Music. They ada this service where they can put your stuff on dual ringback tones, online platform, and YouTube. How you monetize it. This is all we need to learn, and that's why a lot of the otai cannot move ahead.
Because
Kerana they don't know what to do in terms of the industry. You nak bikin CD, siapa nak beli? Laptop tak ada CD player. Jangan cakap CD portable CD player. Laptop doesn't come with CD player. You nak dengar CD, you kena beli kereta.
Yeah.
And there will be a time where car manufacturers will stop having CD players in the car, like how they stop having cassettes.
Yeah.
Kenapa rock meletup waktu itu? Kerana kaset. Kaset meletup kerana ada kancil.
Yeah.
See, that's one thing I love about Malaysia industry lah. Every now and then you ada phenomena. Every now and then Malaysia will release a phenomena. Rock was a phenomena. Dangdut Melayu was a phenomena. Nasyid was a phenomena. Siti Nurhaliza was a phenomena. Zainal and Hijau and Roshan Aziz phenomenal. Dia sekali-sekali dia keluar benda yang meledak and become massive. So in terms of the industry, dia menarik part tu lah, because dia ada the market size to support. So you keluar something really interesting for the market, because what is sells in Malaysia might not sell in Indonesia, but selalunya dia ada way around. What sells in Indonesia, dia akan ada the Indonesian invasion, dia akan masuk to the Malay market. Macam Wali Band, ST12. So every now and then dia ada that kind of backflow. But if you listen back to macam ST12, dia orang sebenarnya try to follow Zamani. They listen to Zamani, Salim. They go like, okay, we do like them, tapi our version. Hoping that they can sell to Indonesia and sell to Malaysia. So cuma kita punya artis or music tak masuk sana punya industri. It's not because I don't think it's so much as discriminatory,
but
it's more on, does the market need you or not? Okay, why Sheila Majid lepas? Because Sheila Majid, she was a character, an artist that was interesting enough for them.
Unique.
Amy Search, because of lagu Isabella, until today, orang kenal Amy Search because of Isabella. He has hundreds of other songs, tapi orang masih Amy Search, Isabella. Sampai you look at orang punya talk show yang ada Sule on net media, they have parody of Amy Search. The guy come out with rambut panjang, try to do Mat Rock speak, but that is more like jokingly, which to show that, look, you're such a big star that we can create parody, because that shows that you're a big star. And Amy Search is a big star. And Siti Nurhaliza and Raihan, So because at that time you tak fulfill that market. I mean, this artist fulfill the criteria. Okay, Raihan tak ada nasyid yang macam gitu punya pop, very 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 commercial and very simple to absorb. Dulu nasyid was very very Middle Eastern sangat. They try to sound Middle Eastern music, like Bulan Haji telah tiba lagi, that the old classic semua lagu-lagu tu kan. So but Raihan simplified, Farhin punya genius, he turned Raihan into Beatles. They simplify the music and then make it very accessible, kids can repeat apa semua kan.
Turn Raihan into Beatles.
So that was the backflow yang they still listen to. Cuma what can you give to them that they don't have? You must understand, Indonesia has got about 300 million people, and most of them can sing. And so that means the top of the top of the top must be the really good ones to be able to reach the level where they They are very successful, become nationwide names, be famous and well known. So in order to penetrate the market, you need to be able to go like, okay, what's different that we don't have, that we want to give, we like to buy your product or listen to your music. So so this is the challenge that kita and now especially with digital technology, it's borderless. You can put good music, and then if it becomes viral, viral lah. Dia tak kira, you don't have to go through the red tape of getting your music across to another territory, unless you want to perform live. But that's a different market. That's a different business. That requires permit, whatnot. But in terms of whether the music is going to be accessible, is available online now. So I think that is because what I realized in Indonesia is like this. The moment kita pakai Melayu Riau, which is kita, kenapa, dia jadi lagu daerah.
Okay. Justru kalau dia jadi lagu daerah?
Lagu daerah dia tak main dekat Jakarta. The radio station will not pick up. So lagu daerah as in like, okay, kalau Riau, okay, nanti mungkin radio.
Je.
So lagu-lagu macam lagu-lagu Siti Nurhaliza is still very popular, played in Riau Islands, in Sumatra, because...
But as Malaysian, we don't use when we sing Malay song, we use
yeah.
Macam
correct,
Beatles
correct.
lah. Beatles, even though they're from UK,
they sound American lah.
They be American. Okay.
Yeah. So that is the one component lah, because macam we have some song like macam lagu Relax Brother. Diorang tak pick up because they don't understand the lingo.
Yeah.
But macam lagu Siti, some of the dengan Krizayanti punya duet and all. So they lepas. So but also in terms of production quality. There is certain level of production quality yang they also go like, but this one is we can do better. So they are obviously there's a competition between two nations lah. There is always the America and UK punya tug of war, like, okay, you do better, I can do better, and then I copy yours, and then I'll do it, which is wonderful.
Yes, it's good. Yeah, wonderful.
It's good. It's good for seni. It's good for creativity, as long as you don't involve politics. You take the
politics out of it.
Politics of identity, nationalistic feelings and all that. You just take from the creativity aspect, and that from that work will create another work somewhere else that is going to be better, that's going to be more interesting. So I think that is important to look at the relationship between Malaysia and Indonesia market. See, like how because obviously they are more powerful in the sense because they are ramai. Malaysia is about 30 million. That's like a section 300. Of the they have 300, so talking about buying power, and Indonesia is going to be the 4th largest economy in the world in 10 years time. Hopefully once after this COVID-19 is over, because they have a population of 20 to 40 years old who are going to be the buying public,
the
consumer. This is what happened to Malaysia in the late 80s and 90s. When suddenly there's a boom of young people, and then all the multinational buka factory dekat kawasan luar bandar. Philips buka di Johor, and then all these other banyak factories buka. With factories creates jobs ada salary orang ada duit untuk spend. So at that time it was funfair, wayang, kaset. Belum DVD lah, belum VCD lagi, belum karaoke apa lagi. So that was people had money, they want to spend their weekend, so they pergi funfair, bayar RM5 or whatever the cost ticket, lu tengok. I mean, I was lucky, I managed to follow Rami Sarip tour funfair.
Di Malaysia?
Di Malaysia ya, masa dia bikin solo album.
Masa tu you sendiri ataupun memang dengan Rausyanfikir?
No, that time I was ni sebelum Rausyanfikir, I was ikut Abang Ramli Sarip. He was going around Malaysia touring kan, perform kat funfair. So kita tukang buat gitar je, hanging around je, tolong-tolong. Jadi roadie gitulah kan. So I get to see the that side of the live music scene. I mean, that was our festival lah, Kalau kita kat sana ada dekat UK ada Glastonbury, Woodstock benda. So kita ada funfair lah. Same concept sebenarnya. When I went to Glastonbury pun nak tengok, sebenarnya konsep funfair, cuma dia western, Mak Saleh nampak cool. And negeri sejuk apa kan, dia tak rimas belengas kan.
Pakai jaket.
And dia lagi artistic lah, dia more artistic in terms of presentation apa kan. But konsep sama, funfair.
So your Rausyanfikir tu dapat ada buat funfair?
No, we did a lot of tours, performance dekat cities, ke Johor, KL. Funfair kita tak main.
Oh, itu dah 92, 95
Yeah.
dah.
And funfair was more into rock artists, adalah all the rock bands lah, all the rock bands. So I had the experience of masa kita ingat Pesta PD, tak ingat lagi. Pesta PD I think. So went in, so Abang Ramli there a few cars lah kan. So as you go into the kampung area and you go into the funfair area, people were actually queuing up left, right, center kat kiri kanan jalan tu, welcoming the artist tu. Like macam you really feel like rock star. You know, and people were actually like, oh ini artis daripada ni. And then you that I don't know whether that scene exists now in terms of jom heboh and all those stuff, you know. But that time it was like you see this rock band, memang the local version of rock and roll lah. They really masuk kampung, masuk pekan kan, bandar, and you have people waiting for them, you know. And nak ambil gambar, nak tengok in person ni, nak tengok in person. Oh, artis macam ni ya. But it was interesting because that created a whole industry by itself, and because of that the today industry exists. Interesting.
Sangat interesting. Kita boleh go on lama lagi ni tau. First, can you promise me yang kita akan buat ni selalu?
I'm okay.
Thank you.
I mean this is I think you also bring up the issues that I will not normally talk about. Dan kalau radio, TV pun kita pun limited time, and then there are certain barriers, you cannot say certain things kan. So now kita flow, and then you talk about past, future, apa kan, industry. So it's cool because I think it's important as something as a form of documentation. Kan orang boleh dengar balik, oh, this is my point of view lah kan. So I'm sure you talk to somebody else, they have another point of view, and then they have their own experience. The other thing I need to bring up before we go is the issue of ageism. What do you mean by that? Diskriminasi umur dalam industri muzik Melayu, Malaysia khususnya.
Kenapa dia cakap macam tu?
Ramai artis senior tidak dapat tempat di radio. Contemporary, radio kira macam radio one lah. Radio utama. Kerana apa? Kerana umur. I brought this issue up to Datuk Sheila Majid some years back. I said, look, you have to look into this issue. When the main radio station yang popular, yang banyak rating tinggi, dia tidak akan main music yang dikeluarkan oleh artis veteran, artis senior, artis mapan, walaupun lagu baru.
Betul. Setuju.
Lagu baru, because why? Again, kita punya industry is based on the Western model. Okay? Bila Sting keluar lagu baru 2 years back dengan Shaggy's, the album became number 1 in Grammy Best Reggae Album. And then the main radio station was playing the songs. Madonna keluar lagu baru. Her album became number 1 album. Dia tak masuk lagu carta senior masuk macam ni apa? Sinar FM. Sinar FM main lagu retro, lagu-lagu lama. So I mean this is what I heard happen to a lot of the senior artists yang keluar single.
Betul.
Mereka buat single, lagu bagus, tapi bawa ke radio station. Obviously I cannot say the radio station. Maybe I can say, I think it was Era who said, dia tak boleh kerana dia tak main lagu-lagu artis lama. Tapi ni lagu baru. Bukan lagu retro, lagu daripada tahun 90-an. Latest work. So macam ni, kalau M. Nasir keluar lagu baru tomorrow, lagu dia main radio station tidak akan main. Kerana dia fikir, ni artis mapan, senior artis, kita tak, because dia tak fit into the demographic of the audience. Now, that can be changed by law. The parliament should create a law ruling that you cannot discriminate based on age. Because why? Banyak artis lama-lama macam Ramli Sarip, M. Nasir, they still have a lot to give. Ramli Sarip is almost 70. He's still touring. He's still performing live. And he still got a lot of songs with him. So kalau dia tak ada ruang untuk keluar lagu baru, macam mana orang nak dapat learn something, produk baru daripada dia? Dia masih boleh berkarya. M. Nasir probably has ada 100 lagu lagi kalau kita berani to buat anggaran. He probably have maybe lagi 3-4 album, 10 album, kita tak tahu. But kerana umur tidak ada ruang. Dan kerana faktor umur, dia diskriminasi.
Yeah.
Radio yang popular tidak akan main lagu-lagu dia kerana umur. Itu salah.
Yeah.
You harus main lagu yang bagus, bukan kerana umur. Jadi you end up main lagu-lagu yang tak bagus. You feeding, you teaching the audience, pendengar you lagu-lagu yang mediocre, tapi you main. Jadi orang ingat lagu macam ni orang nak. So you kasih lagu yang agak-agak mediocre. Wah, nanti orang fikir, oh, kalau lagu macam ni main radio, aku fikir macam ni je lah lagu.
Yeah. Ada hook lines je.
Hook lines, and then you tak ada elemen yang baru and yang interesting lah, because it has to be pelbagai. Has to be variety. Maybe M Nasir keluar lagu dia buat dengan new artist ke, dia collaborate, but it's okay like that. Tapi jangan discriminate.
Yeah.
I think Sheila Majid went through that also when she came out with a song ke single, and radio tidak main. The main radio station yang popular, yang top 3 lah, dia tak main sebab apa? Faktor umur. Then that is wrong, because lagu tu harus based on the market demand and market. You cannot be based on umur.
Ya, betul.
Then it's like saying you cannot work because you dah lebih daripada certain age, you dah tak kerja ni. And artis sekarang they can be creative sampai selagi diorang sihat.
Yeah.
Look, Rolling Stones, Mick Jagger is 76 years old. Kalau
baru buat bypass kan? Lepas tu dia
bypass. And then
joget
lagi. And then they were supposed to do a tour. Kalau tak ada COVID-19, dia dah pergi tour dah. On tour. And they are 76 years old. You crazy. Tapi it shows, and it's interesting to see people like Rami Sarip who are pushing the boundaries. Dulu artis after a certain age dah tak main dah. And Rami Sarip they're still doing concerts every now and then. So for younger artists, for us to look at it, ini ada market still. There's still room to be creative, not like be seen as the has been, because it's not fair to be discriminated by age.
Yeah.
Because seni tak ada umur.
Yeah.
In a natural process. I mean, look, the DJs and the programmers of that radio station, you be kicked out, the karma will come back.
Yeah.
You be kicked out because you're no longer relevant because of age. Then you rasa.
Yeah. Most of them yang buat perangai macam ni 10 years ago dah gone. Bye. Good riddance.
So I think that needs to maybe highlighted at government level, where you cannot discriminate based on age. They have to at least ada a system where lagu baru kita masuk a section where kita try, radio kan ada that playlist, they introduce new songs. So you cannot discriminate. Lagu ni daripada M Nasir terbaru masuk, and then tengok market punya reaction. Kalau market like it, then it becomes playlist C, playlist B, playlist A. Rather than you tak boleh masuk langsung. You tak boleh masuk because of your age. And that's not fair lah, because these people they get better with age.
Yeah.
In terms of experience, in terms of their creativity, what they need to sampaikan. So you cannot just kita umur macam ni kita masuk. But then kalau lagu baru from M Nasir for example, you tak boleh main dekat retro because lagu dia lagu baru, bukan retro. Retro akan main lagu Kembara, lagu Mustika, lagu previous albums. The previous hits. So you need that. That is a very important issue, because without that, banyak artis-artis yang bagus, yang mapan, out of job. No new works, no business. You end up doing what? Some of them are busking. I'm sorry to say, I've seen. Yeah. I'm not saying that busking is bad, but
no, busking is not an industry.
Yeah, it's not industry. It's not a career move.
It's not a career move, correct?
You don't go from producing works, ada hit songs, people are singing your songs in karaoke, and then you go into busking. Busking for charity is okay. Busking for, it's okay if you want to do it, but not because of necessity. Not because terpaksa. Itu not the right way, because you are losing talents. Orang yang develop talent over the years, sharpen the skills, tiba-tiba dia tak boleh apply the skill. So ibarat apa tu? You computer programmer, then after certain age you dah ada the skill ni semua, you boleh program apa semua. Masuk 55, sorry, you dah tak boleh sebab kerana you dah 55, you dah tak boleh work in this industry. Padahal dia ada the whole experience.
Yeah.
So I think that needs to be addressed at some point, whether through the various body, whether it's seniman, karyawan, MACP, apa. Because the current artists today, they akan grow old. right? So if this issue is not handled, then you pakai buang tau. It's just pakai buang punya culture. Finish throw. Then you reach a certain age, okay, you tak payah be creative anymore. Just kalau okay, if you're lucky, you have your collection of hit songs, you nyanyi lah. Some events, you just nostalgia act. I mean, can you call M. Nasir nostalgia act? Can you call Rami Sarip nostalgia act? I don't think so. They're still contemporary. Every now and then they still have a new single. Rami Sarip pun ada lagu baru, lagu dengan spiritual song, one artist kat Singapura. M. Nasir has got some other song 1 or 2 years back. You know, so I think it's important to maintain that culture of jangan pakai buang. These artists dah ada something to contribute to the industry. Diorang ada the pillars of the industry. So kalau you legend nama besar tapi you buat lagu baru tak boleh main radio, then that is so wrong. Kan, dan ini tidak menambah hazanah baru dalam karya your works.
Betul. At the same time pun, the artist pun tidak boleh menerima umur sebagai calendar year, sebagai pengukur tua atau muda. See,
Correct, I agree.
Banyak kita punya pelakon, penyanyi-penyanyi pun silap. Apabila mereka sampai certain age, mereka nak berubah. Tak boleh.
Hijrah
lah apa semua. And then you got to okay. So, this is a very delicate and sensitive matter. I do appreciate it. Tetapi okay. So we got to treat very lightly. Kita cakap tadi, bila dia reach certain age, you call them mama, mami. I mean, penyanyi ni first kakak, macam Kak Ziana. Ini benda mengarut macam ni yang buat age tu wujud. Diana Zain sekarang for instance kan, semua orang bukan salah dia ataupun memang dia salah, tak tahulah. Dia akan dikenali sebagai Kak Ziana. Kita tak nak perangai macam tu. Kita tak nak budak kecil pun panggil dia Kak Ziana ataupun Aunty Ziana ataupun Mami Ziana. Kita nak budak kecil umur 7 tahun, 8 tahun jumpa dia Ziana Zain. Panggil dia Rahim. Panggil dia M. Nasir.
Yeah, it's a brand.
Yeah.
Dia kalau at personal level ya, you jumpa, okay lah Kak, apa khabar. But reference, in terms of reference, it should be by the brand name.
Correct. Yeah, of course. Like when I talk to say Rahim pun, because of kita pun Eastern culture kan. So I pun akan cakap dia panggil dia kakak. Tetapi when you refer to her as a third person, you just bagi dia nama dia Rahim je. You tak panggil kakak Rahim. So bila age ni masa dia budak kecil, pelakon genit sekarang ni kan, apabila dia budak kecil, orang akan panggil dia adik pula. Adik Anwar Zain. Dipersembahkan oleh adik Elina. Tu adik tu okey lagi lah. Tapi inilah masalah yang aging ni. Kita sendiri artis sendiri, kita kena defeat age tu. Kita ourselves tak boleh main dalam game yang kita ni ada usia.
Ya, sebenarnya important
kita adalah immortal.
So sebenarnya it's got to do with you sihat ke tak sihat tu je. And are you fit enough to deliver your works? Can you perform kalau you tak sakit, you know? So but I think I can understand lah, because it's budaya Melayu ni kan. You reach certain age dah common thing you dengar lah, dah cuci tangan lah. Dah tak main, dah jual gitar dah. You know, so you have, it doesn't become a career. It's not work. It's just a hobby that you happen to be a bit serious for a while, and then after that you like, aku dah cuci tangan dah tak main, dah jual instrumen semua. So I think that needs to be looked into in terms of how do you look at yourself. Kan. Dan if you tengok diri you tua, then you tua lah. Aging, you cannot stop aging, tapi being young and being energetic itu got to do with health. You punya kesihatan. I mean, my example always is Mick Jagger lah. 70 years old, still taking care of himself, masih boleh perform 2 hours concert. Dia cakap apa tau, kalau dalam concert dia macam ibarat berlari for 12 kilometers. Dalam 2 jam tu, dia punya movement tu is like that. Because apa, you are, it's your job, it's your career, you know, to, of course, obviously, dia orang punya business besar lah, but still you cannot, the issue of dah tak mena, dah berumur.
I think primarily kan, as an individual, as a human being, we should ask this question tau. As I grow older, should I change? Should I be a different person? Or as I grow older, I should be the becoming of what I should become. Or I should become me as I grow older.
Yeah. Correct.
So, kita macam ada satu tekanan oleh society kita apabila kita bertambah tua, kita kena berubah. Berubah kepada apa? Adakah dulu ni kita buruk sangat dan sekarang ni kita baik? Sekarang ni kita dah jadi baik, suci murni, hanya layak untuk masuk tempat yang tidak rendah dari syurga? Ataupun perjalanan kita ni adalah untuk menjadi diri kita yang sebenar tu. Dan diri kita yang sebenar tu ialah kita menjadi orang baik ataupun kita memang jadi orang jahat. Ini adalah satu persoalan yang kita kena tanya diri kita.
So dia ada macam a kind of peer pressure where bila artis reach certain age, dia kena hijrah. Orang tanya saya, hijrah bagaimana? I've never gone anywhere. Nak hijrah bagaimana? Secara spiritual, I'm still the same person.
Betul.
So kalau cakap saya hijrah, itu macam menghukum yang saya ni dulu salah.
Exactly. Ataupun sekarang ni menghukum saya ni baiklah sangat sekarang ni
Then you jadi satu culture yang you terpaksa hijrah dan you terpaksa pakai in a certain way, only sing certain type of songs kerana peer pressure, in the sense that you kena look ada tu image baik. I think that is a bit cliche lah, in a sense, you know, bila artis tu dah hijrah. Hijrah gimana? Dia tak nak pergi mana-mana. Kan? So there is that and the public is echo chamber. Satu orang cakap, dia repeat, and then the other guy repeat, and then lama-lama orang fikir this is the right thing to do.
Correct.
You cakap Rami Sarip dah hijrah. Daripada dulu dia semayang sebelum, saya witness dari saya muda, sebelum konsert dia semayang. Lepas konsert dia semayang. Dia masih still the same person. Kan? So I don't think people have to create the impression kalau you reach a certain age, you dah kena fit into a certain stereotype.
Betul.
But I think it's got to do with sikap konservatif Melayu lah. Melayu ni dia karakter, kalau dalam Nusantara ni, orang yang bernama Melayu ni dia agak konservatif sikit. Cara kira melihat benda.
Takut satu apa tahu? Exposure. Kita tak expose pada kepelbagaian. Jadi apabila tak expose pada pelbagaian, kitanya pandangan hanya narrow kepada dia mesti macam ni. Bukan not so much of being conservative. Banyak Melayu yang sebenarnya tidak konservatif. It's just that they are narrow minded.
Okay, that's a good point.
And then this might seem this might seem funny. Kebanyakan pada kita di zaman Tumblr boleh menjadi Tumblr, kita well aware of apa yang berlaku dalam porn. Dan di kalangan masyarakat Melayu lebih sukar untuk mendapati wanita-wanita yang panggil free hair sekarang ni berbanding daripada wanita bertudung yang bagi blowjobs.
Sekarang semua dah lari ke Twitter.
I mean dalam Tumblr lagi banyak you nampak perempuan Melayu buat perangai yang bertudung daripada perempuan Melayu yang tak bertudung dalam Twitter. So sekarang ni apakah, kalau kita nak cakap pasal kita balik pada angle yang lain, orang yang tak bermoral adalah perempuan yang berkelihatan sengkian. Orang yang bermoral adalah perempuan yang berkelihatan sengkian. Adakah kita perempuan tadi tu yang bertudung tadi tu disebabkan banyak dia kalangan mereka kantoi dalam Tumblr. Mereka kena berhijrah kepada free hair pula contohnya. So banyak pemikiran kita yang kelihatan adalah sengit lah. Because kita
narrow minded, fikiran sempit. Betul.
Because kita narrow minded, dan narrow mindedness ni adalah kerana kita tidak expose kepada kepelbagaian kehidupan ni. Okay. Tapi but you are saying tadi ageism tadi tu memang berlaku, dan di pihak institution pula memang sesuatu mesti dilakukan di pihak institution, maksudnya radio station tadilah.
Yeah. Because in fact the issue tak keluar pun waktu macam apa in the western model. Rolling Stone keluar lagu waktu lockdown, dia keluar lagu Ghost Town. It became number 1 iTunes most downloaded ke apa, and then ini radio main apa semua kan. So there's no they are 70 years old. Kalau you tengok dia patut dah retire, dah masuk retirement home pun sebenarnya. But because dia orang masih healthy, masih able to perform apa, you still coming out with works kan. So I think that is important for in order for the industry to sustain itself, untuk dia bertahan dan keluarkan quality. Because obviously kalau you dah bertahan sekian lama, Sheila Majid, M Nasir, they Zainal, they have come up with quality works that the work stand the test of time, which means they can still contribute kan. So I think this is very important for them to look into such thing, because you akan rasa dejected juga sebab okay, aku buat album penat-penat tapi tak boleh main kat radio. So I mean, yes, there is YouTube, all the other channel, but the world still relies on radio station until the day comes where orang dah tak dengar radio. Sekarang orang masih driving buka radio, dia tak ada main Spotify dekat kereta. Ada kan pun very limited. Orang dah dengar news. Dengan news road apa, ada road block ke, ada accident depan ke apa, nak dengar DJ punya bantering, and radio is still very warm punya format. You masih lagi dengar macam it's like your friend talking to you, kan, DJ berbual kan. So radio is still important, and also don't forget radio pays royalties. You don't place a new work by the artist, macam ni nak cover back the cost in terms of the songwriting, in terms of production, whatever lah. Now the songwriter boleh dapat royalties, penyanyi dapat royalties, even the label also get a slice of the share pie kan. So if the national radio station, the big radio station yang memang ada peruntukan, ada duit apa semua, and they are paying royalties, they're not playing music based on age. That is wrong. That is actually a labor issue. Manpower. This should be brought up to Ministry of Labor, not just Ministry of Arts. Betul. The issue should be brought up to Ministry of Labor, manpower, because you're creating job loss. Someone that is able to, because with the new music they keluar, people know that they're still around. He will come out and do shows. That shows translate into ticket sales or payment of fee, which translate into taxes. Kan, and it creates other jobs, because makeup artist dapat job, dia punya soundman ada job. Betul. Dia punya all these guys, lighting guys. So it's an industry that, which is interesting, because from one guy in a room writing a song,
so many
it blows up into itu dia punya the magic effect, of effect there,
the ripple effect
ripple effect. It could be a 3-chord song, but the fact that from that production it becomes a product, and then it creates the ripple effect, for years to come.
So Nasir buat lagu dekat dengan gitar dia, lepas tu sound engineer boleh kerja, musicians boleh kerja, lepas
accountants boleh
kerja, van driver boleh kerja.
Correct. Yes.
Sampai makcik Kiah pun boleh pasang radio dekat sebelah dia punya tempat goreng pisang, orang panggil orang datang ke tempat dia.
And what happens bila ada show macam fun fair ke there is a business for the locals, yang jual goreng pisang, yang jual air, yang jual, and so there is a sub business underneath that creates another kind of business. So it's an income earner for people.
For Malaysia ni, the ripple effect from a song, from music, or perhaps some music industry is 11 billion sepatutnya.
There you go, 11 billion.
The ripple effect.
So now you're looking at the ripple effect of COVID-19. So you're talking about so dia akan mengubah lah. This one you're talking about, at least from what I've read lah, orang-orang pintar ni, economists, at least 2 years to recover.
2 years to recover,
2 years to just get back to what we started out back in 2019 tau. Itu pun kalau tak ada second wave, And hopefully kalau diorang jumpa vaksin ke apa lah, I don't know. Ni semua orang pandai punya kerja. But kita cuma observe. Kan, we just wait and see. Because kalau pemerintah bilang duduk rumah, not just us. Gitu kan, I follow Johnny Depp on Instagram. Dia kat rumah sekarang. He's in lockdown. Dia pun tak boleh keluar. Dia ada main, he's with Hollywood Vampire kan, band yang ada Alice Cooper sama. So dia because Johnny Depp started as a musician. Yeah. He just happened to get a job as an actor, and then from there, dia jadi actor lah kan. Yeah. So now recently apparently he's on Instagram. So dia buat cover of the times that are changing. Recently on their Instagram. So I think to reflect the fact that what's going on in America at the moment lah, the riots, the killing of the African American, kan, Black Lives Matter and all that. So tahun 2020 ni is very interesting and it's not over yet lah. I'm telling everybody, 2020 baru June, and we already have we have a virus, we have economic almost complete stop of the economy. Diorang ingat 2020 kereta terbang, orang terbang, kapal terbang pun tak boleh terbang. Okay? Aduh. And we have everything on a scale down. There's no Hollywood production. Everything is on hold. Jadi Allah Ta'ala punya kuasa, dia nak bikin pakai virus je. Dia tak pakai perang, pakai alien semua, tak payah. It's just a virus that everybody is panicking. Okay, tak boleh buat tu, tak boleh buat ni. So production all. And the economy is being open not because it's safe, it's because they want to open the economy.
They need to open the economy. They must open. We are losing hundreds of millions per day, kan? Sorry.
But if you look at the Western model, diorang punya society is based on Darwin theory.
Survival of the fittest.
Survival of the fittest. Kalau you weak, you sakit, too bad. So if you kena infected because you are weak, it's your fault. They don't say it directly, but that's it. That's why it is. Today, kalau you baca today, USA, 2 million infection. Today, 11 of June, they have reached 2 million cases of infection. Mati tak tahu 100,000 ke apa lah kan. Tapi 2 million from February where Trump cakap, it's okay, we gonna control it, go away in. Ini karma dia lah kan, dia kena. 2 million is 28% of the global infection.
Wow.
As more than a quarter of the global infection is in the USA. When they started out in February, 2 orang infected, 15 orang infected. And then dia cakap besar, kita under control. And it's not over. They're all protesting now, walking in the streets. Semua dah infected dah. At least half of them, if not all of them. They all, so you can see in 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 1 month, the rate of infected people will go up. Whether they die or not is another matter lah. But infection it's because benda ni dia based on kita punya interaction kan. So some people protested buka mask, maki polis, and then they talk to each other, and then they feel they're immune because they're young, and then they freedom, So this is a perfect storm for America. This is a perfect storm. Because you have a case where people are out in arms and fighting the police and protesting. You have a virus that is spreading still. And election for America is in November. And you have a very incompetent president yang memang he's a reality TV judge. He's not a president. So like that lah. So we're in a and whatever happens in America, they are the spiral effect to the rest of the global economy. Kan? Because orang control the iPhone product, apa business, apa semua. So there you go. You're looking at the world that is currently still in transition. Kita tak tahu where it's going. And remember the last time something like this happened, it created economic depression, which resulted in World War II. The 1930s depression. A few years after that, it was World War II. So now, being artists, creative people, you need to be aware of things, kan? I'm sure you're aware. So you look at, South China Sea, America dah hantar submarine, China dah claim ni, Natuna Islands. So all these are trigger points. You don't know. Nobody expected in November something like this will happen in June this year.
No one.
The total lockdown in April. Bila tengok Wuhan dah kena, masih kat China gini. Nobody expected a total lockdown where government has to come out with their reserves. duit reserve kena keluar and spend on the rakyat, bantu rakyat yang dalam affected lah, whether anybody now is, I told my friends malah bilang anggap ni zaman perang. So if you have to do whatever you need to do to survive, you do it. Macam ibarat dulu zaman perang, zaman Jepun, perang Jepun. Before that, bangsawan punya culture was thriving, business. Orang performing, they were travelling. Penang, dia pergi Jawa, pergi Singapore, they were travelling with this troops. There are many bangsawan troops performing here and there. Bila perang, the business is gone. So what do these people have to do? They have to survive. Whatever they need to do to work.
What did they do?
Some work with the Japanese. Some whatever lah. Some become entertainers for the troops. Some jadi petani. I don't know. Maybe some became spy. Because I heard there's one case where they use this bangsawan punya troop to send out certain signals through dance performance to signal to the other party lah, the other spies yang from the other side yang tengah in the crowd to give some signal. Dulu dia macam cerita James Bond lah. It's very interesting lah. This whole thing kan. So now is for creative people, you need to kind of whatever you can do to create your work, you create just so when the world is back to a new normal, when dah buka balik, when they can allow you to do your creative, boleh perform, boleh buat, you are ready. So you need to get out of that. Kalau you are depressed, get out of that depression. I'm sure a lot of people are depressed because why? You're stuck at home, your usual activity tak ada, So if you're a creative person, you need to kind of look into that. Like what can you do if you're a writer, write a novel, film, music, apa just come out because so bila the right time happens, you have the right product.
Correct.
Kan? So this is important. If you are a musician, you're not writing, learn to write. Or collaborate, so it's a time for us to sit back and go like, kita boleh catch up. In fact, I'm using a lot of my time now since bulan puasa to catch up with a lot of unfinished work. Kalau tidak, I'll be in KL 2-3 weeks and I'll be in Jogja, and then bila you travel, you keluar, I don't work like creative work. I write, but I don't produce. Kan? So now it's like, alhamdulillah lah.
You have to learn to produce sekarang.
You have to be a producer lah. You producer, not just compose music, tapi produce so that it becomes a product. In the industry term, it's a product. So dengan balik, ini boleh buat ni, and then what can I do with this music? So alhamdulillah lah. I mean the technology is simpler now. With kalau if I had Logic or GarageBand 20 years ago, my God, the kind of music that we would have, I mean, kalau semua artis ada that. Dulu nak bikin demo susah. You kena belajar programming drum machine, nak cari studio, nak bayar orang. It takes a longer time to, Now, I mean like macam some of my song like lagu Banjir, Relax Brother, Melayu di Kota Inggeris. I basically arrange it myself. I chop the loops, parts apa yang boleh pakai, you sample apa, you potong-potong, you tambah, and then you add on to live music over it, and then it becomes the product that we hear now. So, but if I were to just not rely, if we were just to rely on just songwriting alone, then it will be a longer process for it to become a product. So now you control your own destiny because why? You have the technology in your hand. You can, kalau besok you nak keluar single, you keluar lah. Because now you can have your own Spotify account, you can have your own YouTube channel, kan? So we have to be a bit, especially for artis-artis mapan lah, yang a bit senior, yang used to be very active in the 90s, yang don't know what to do. You need to learn. You need to learn how to get back into the current contemporary punya industry. Dari segi keluarkan produk, Kalau tidak pun tak tahu, kalau dah keluar single nak letak kat mana. Simple as that. Where to put, who's going to distribute. I mean, there was a couple of guys from a very famous band. I don't want to mention names lah, just to protect their privacy. So they approached me and said, kita nak keluar, nak nama band tu Legend, tapi dia nak bikin nama baru, minus a few of the other members. So I said, look, kalau you nak keluar nama baru, it will take you at least 2 years. Constant promotion for the people to know who you are. Because kita ni distracted. There's so many things. You buka Facebook macam-macam. You buka YouTube macam-macam. So to get over on top of that noise, you need to be constantly, out there and promoting and
be
reminded. So, and if you are already a senior level of your age, you don't have the energy and time and resources to do that. So I said, look, just go back into performing your classics. Maybe getting one or two guest singers, but you perform your hits and then some covers of a hit songs that is related to your music. And then you nak bikin CD. I say, you bikin CD, siapa nak beli? Maybe if you release a single, you find a way. But if you release CD, no one's gonna buy. Not because they don't like your music, they don't have the player to play it. Kalau you tak ada padang bola, you tak boleh jual boot bola. Same, it's simple. It's economics. So, but doesn't mean that you have to stop playing music, but find a way of what's the available option, what's the current situation like. Kalau you nak buat album, okay, tapi make sure that you know that it has to be in digital format, and you're not going to promote. You kena buat video clip. Even video clip now is changing a lot. Kalau you tengok the music video yang keluar sekarang, it's no more the MTV main drum dekat air terjun. Main gitar dekat tepi laut tak ada kabel. That miming tu dah now is more creative. Kan? So even that pun dah kena move one step ahead. You have to keep up because the world is moving at very exponential level. Dia bukan satu tu satu tau. Dia satu jadi 10 jadi 100 100 jadi 1000. Itu dia punya pusing tu. Kan? Some years ago Nokia was the brand. Semua ada nak pakai Nokia 95. Nah sekarang kasih Nokia orang pun tak nak.
Kelakar bunyi dia.
So eventually Apple also die down. So something else will take over, But we as consumers, as pengguna, kita kena tahu, okay, what is available at the moment, kan? So kita pakailah, and then use that as a way of creating new works. I think artis dia harus berkarya sampai mati.
Sepatutnya. Selagi
dia sihat, selagi tak ada tube kat hidung, terbaring, selagi tu kau berkarya lah. Whether you're writing or you're performing, singing, apalah cari. Kalau you bukan composer, you cari composer yang you work with. Because not everybody can write. So if some people can be excellent singers, and we need that. The industry needs good singers who can deliver, but they may not be able to write. There's a lot of writers who can write but cannot deliver the music kan physically. So you collaborate or you find ways, So dia jadi interesting. Then artis yang daripada tahun kita kenal tahun 70-an, 80-an, still today ada lagu baru walaupun single, tak kisahlah. It's the new format. Kalau you tak boleh buat album, you buat single, but at least you exist in the industry. Kan?
You must come up with something.
I mean Arwah Sharifah ini was still performing, still coming out with, she re-recorded Rindu Serindu Rindunya. Her version was still one of the best versions that I've heard, So I think you cannot stop because of, you cannot allow people to stop you because of your age, and you cannot stop because of age. Especially if you are a creative artist, you tak boleh, unless memang you dah okay lah, aku dah give up, then you cannot stop you lah kalau you nak quit and all that, you see. But if you still have the desire, masih lagi nak berkarya, tapi jangan fall to peer pressure. Masih main music bila, Abang Ramli kena dulu. Bila Ramli Sari nak berhenti ni?
Why?
Kat Singapore dulu. I heard people say that, Well, just because he's of a certain age. But why? Why should he stop? Can you ask a doctor to stop? Can you ask a lawyer to stop? If you're still able to function as a lawyer, even if you're in your 70s,
you should go
why
on.
not? Yeah, because you have a service, you have a skill. So all the skill that you acquire when you're young, bila you reach certain age, you kena stop. Terpaksa stop kerana umur. Itu salah. Itu tidak fair dan tidak salah. Then we as players in the industry, we need to inform the right bodies, government, and to make them aware, because obviously Malaysian government has been changing lah kan. So bila department ni tengah baru nak jadi, tukar orang lagi because of pergolakan politics, So that is a setback lah. That is and that shouldn't be the issue. Whenever there's a new policy, it shouldn't change when a new party takes over or new politician take over. The law should be constant. Macam kita dulu kan, yang ada the body yang menaung ada empat collection body under satu tu. Dah tak ada kan sekarang?
Di Malaysia.
Di Malaysia.
MRM,
Kan,
Music
MRM,
Rights Malaysia.
nah, no more kan? It's no longer.
Mm,
Now every collection
no.
body is called.
Yeah.
But how many years do you spend to try and create that?
2 years
And
sadly.
2 years, and then meetings and this, and a lot of paperwork, hard work, and tiba-tiba dibubarkan. I mean, whether it's good or bad is subjective, tapi it's there, and belum sempat dia berbuah, dia dah mati lah.
Yeah.
Correct. So I mean that's an example lah.
Yeah.
Maybe there's an advantage why it shouldn't be there. Maybe that is not. I don't know. But it shouldn't. The policy must be constant.
Constant.
Kalau tidak, then you can have the best policy, new set of laws. Tapi bila tukar orang, tukar jabatan orang, tukar menteri, kementerian, you have to relearn again. You have to teach the guy what is it about. You're going to introduce yourself again to this person who is now in charge, and it's tiring because we are constantly fighting the battle, and then this guy baru take over, dia nak kena dengar lagu, ni kalau dia faham, kalau dia interested. If not, then you are just wasting your saliva, you penat, you pergi jumpa, and then it changes again, so, and that is a hindrance to the economy because like you say, it's an 11 billion ringgit, or is it ringgit or dollar?
I think it's ringgit.
RM, still is a lot of money. I don't have that money. I don't have 11 billion RM. So, because then you're talking about jobs. Kan? This is job creation. Everybody makes a living from it. From one guy writing music, and like we say lah, engineer dapat kerja, lighting guy. Now everything is shrink now because of this situation. But that is what the government should look into, because unless they can provide jobs for people. Like I said lah, tadi I mentioned kan, because of rock, mamak yang dia patut jual burger kat tepi ujung kampung dia jadi rockstar. at least for 3 album lah. Kan, dia dapat rasa perform and then make money from performance. What you do with your money and how you do your career itu masing-masing lah kan. Some people can sustain the career, some people cannot. But at least you have the option. You see? Because dia ada bakat menyanyi, dia boleh jadi artis. So because the industry exists, and the industry exists because of all the old guys yang set up all this industry lah kan, so it's an ongoing battle, with current situation like this. But kira.
Ya, pasal policy tadi tu, even the previous government, Barisan Nasional in Malaysia, 61 years dia orang memerintah. Bila dia orang tukar minister, memang policy semua berubah. So kita tak ada one policy untuk membawa kepada satu direction yang mana kita nak pergi tu. Kita
the law should be, once the policy is in place, tak boleh diubah. Tapi it's tricky because it's based on a political party punya direction. So the new party take over, dia cakap we don't agree with this policy, so dia orang ubah. But things are in motion. Ibarat gini, this party say kita akan bikin satu bangunan 10 tingkat. So halfway through, dah sampai tingkat 5, parti baru masuk, stop. Kita tak jadi bikin bangunan, dan terbengkalai.
Kita buat bangunan lain pula.
Buat bangunan lain pula. So so itu kiasan dia kan. So it's a waste of resources, time, and rakyat affected. The rakyat punya patut earn income from it, apa semua affected. I mean, kita affected. I mean, I'm part of the MACP. So kita affected by bila ada changes in the law, when there was all the issue collection, which body to collect. I mean, RPM issue, all that, with the other body kan. So that tertunggak. And then bila tukar ada new yang collect, the umbrella body nak collect, kita punya royalty tersangkut 1 year or 2 years kan. So I think these are the issues that when the policy is in place, they should at least have a certain clause or rule that you tak boleh ubah dah. It's set in stone. So dia bergerak. Jadi benda tu dia bergerak. Unless dia memang ada openly corruption, then that's different.
That's the word. Sebenarnya the problem with Malaysia ni and many other third world countries, corruption. Countries yang paling yang rendah dia punya corruption index, I think they are run primarily by the deep state. I believe contohnya deep state ni kan, Donald Trump memang Donald Trump lah. Tapi because Donald Trump tu boleh jadi Donald Trump is because the country is run by the deep state ni. The country is run by penjawab awam.
Yeah.
What
Regardless who is in government, regardless who is a president, dia akan continue with certain policies yang dah set in stone.
The government servant tu yang really running the country. Come out with that policy. Macam dekat Malaysia probably our government servant, sebenarnya government servant Malaysia sebenarnya bagus tau. For instance, our Director General of Ministry of Health, kan, you look at him, he seems very competent and he seems like a very caring person. He cares for this nation. Dato Hisham. So probably
he gets a lot of pujian. He gets a lot of people globally. People praise him.
Probably Director General dalam lain-lain kementerian pun probably they are equally good. Just that they have not been tested in public macam dalam keadaan yang macam ni yang ada. Kalaupun dia ada, the ministers akan cemburu dan akan tekan mereka.
Right.
Macam the previous Pakatan Harapan punya government kan, I think when the Pakatan Harapan became ministers, the issue was between the minister and the ketua setiausaha, the Director General ke apa. So these two characters ni bertelagah lah. I think banyak benda yang tak boleh jalan.
Bila dua gajah bertelingkah,
Director General kena tolak keluar. bukan pelenduk. Itu tadi tu yang about sometimes probably kita must this deep state punya situation, apa dia panggil dalam bahasa Melayu ada daulah terpendam, they call it.
Okay.
Benda daulah terpendam.
Interesting. I just heard.
Itu satu subjek matter yang nanti kita kena borak lagi lah. And then but in regards to Badan Pelesenan tadi tu kan, Badan Pelesenan, MRM telah terbengkalai atau terbubar. It's not because of the changing of government. It's not. I think MRM terbengkalai disebabkan the desire, the wanting, the iltizam bahasa Melayu cakap kan, ataupun bahasa Arab cakap, ataupun kemahuan, keinginan untuk menggagalkan MRM.
Right. So there's some internal politics going on lah.
Yeah. Dan nasib baik juga kerajaan pakatan, bukan nasib baik, kebetulan kerajaan Pakatan Harapan tumbang, maka ada satu minister baru daripada Pakatan Nasional, the new government right now. Maka keadaan ni telah taken advantage of untuk membubarkan, from my point of view, untuk membubarkan MRM. Kerana apabila MRM, you tahu tak, you dapat surat tak MRM telah dibubarkan? Ada tak MSP bagi tahu you? You dengar daripada kawan-kawan je kan?
I think I received an email, tapi
I don't think so. You receive an email. I might be wrong, but I don't think so. Ahli lembaga MSCP, ahli lembaga pengarah MSCP tak mahu membuat satu EGM untuk memberitahu kepada ahlinya bahawa MRM akan dibubarkan. Apabila pembentukan MRM pada tahun 2016, kita telah pergi kepada ahli kita untuk membawa resolusi, memberi mandat kepada members, memberi mandat kepada ahli lembaga pengarah untuk meneruskan NUCO back then ataupun MRM kemudiannya. Jadi apabila MRM dibubarkan, ahli-ahli MSCP mesti diberi notis, mesti diberi pemberitahuan bahawa kita akan bubarkan MRM. Apa MRM ni, kita yang bagi mandat, the stakeholders, kita yang bagi mandat to form it. Justru kita juga sepatutnya memberi mandat untuk to disband it.
Correct.
You tak ada surat untuk diberitahu. Ahli lembaga mengarah pun takut nak bagi tahu kita bahawa
where did I'm trying to think, where did I get the info? Because I know for sure
you dengar orang cakap.
Maybe.
Memang staff of MRM pun dah tak ada lagi. Staff yang kat MRM pun dah balik kepada MSCP. It's a waste of time, waste of lot of money. Memang ada kemahuan untuk memberhentikan, untuk menutup MRM. Sebab apa? MRM ni, kalau ada MRM, ada pihak-pihak yang tak sepatutnya mendapat keuntungan sekian banyak, mendapat keuntungan sekian banyak. Keuntungan macam mana tahu? The word is not keuntungan. Membuat duit banyak telah hilang kebolehan untuk membuat duit banyak. I just use that word macam tu. MRM ni sebenarnya telah mempertabatkan the performance. You all semua telah dikaburi oleh isu Prism dan RPM. Tapi you all lupa bahawa dengan adanya MRM, kerajaan ataupun MYPO telah mengisytiharkan hak sama rata, equitable remuneration. Ingat ayat ni, equitable remuneration. Quite mouthful nak sebut dah. Hak sama rata di antara the performers and the labels. Okay, dalam World Performers and Phonograms Treaties 1997 di Rome tak salahnya, bahawa kita Malaysia at least dan many other countries telah sign satu pact, satu treaties memberi hak sama rata di antara performers and the labels apabila melibatkan public performance royalty.
Right.
So, for instance, I'm not sure about Singapura macam mana. For instance, lagu yang dimainkan di public, hak sama rata tu mesti diberi in regards to public performance royalty 50-50 di kalangan performers and labels. This is the basic now. So Malaysia sebagai satu ahli WPPT telah menandatangani perjanjian ini, hak sama rata ini. Jadi apabila pembentukan MRM tadi itu mengguna pakai treaties yang kita menandatangani, kesatuan yang kita anggotai, maka kita kena implement hak sama rata di antara labels dengan performers. Justru itulah di MRM, you all, the performers, dapat 50-50 share dengan labels. For instance, in 2016 contohnya, labels menerusi PPM sendirian berhad telah membuat lebih kurang di RIM mereka mempunyai 41 juta hasil royalty untuk diagihkan. Hasil royalty lah basically 41 juta. RPM berapa? 4 juta je. Mana equitable remuneration-nya? Mana hak sama ratanya antara performance dengan labels? And we are talking about public performance royalty. Kita not talking about mechanical royalty yang mana the labels
to based on sales,
exclusive rights.
Correct.
Ini kita cakap pasal secondary rights. So jeng. Ada MRM menguntungkan siapa, merugikan siapa? Fikirlah sendiri. Jadi satu usaha bersepadu dan bersepakat untuk menggagalkan MRM ni dengan menggunakan kebodohan performer sendiri yang dikaburi dengan isu yang kecil, isu yang tak sepatutnya difokus.
So but now dengan this situation, so the performers memang tak dapat that same equal rights, the 50-50 masih, so back to the old system lah.
Back to the old system. Tapi okay, see, RPM contohnya Sheila Majid. Now no more MRM. What are they gonna do? Are they gonna collect royalty themselves? Ataupun they are gonna crawl back, merayu balik kepada PPM to collect on their behalf, pergi kepada RIM to collect on their behalf, or Sheila Majid dengan Messi akan form MRM punya licensing department and then to go out in the public collect daripada pengguna.
Macam like MACP lah, MACP. Right.
Oh, they're gonna knock on MACP's door. MACP, can you collect for us also? Are they gonna do that? I don't think
that'll be interesting to watch lah. Whether they can, because if they can do that, then they'll be good, because then you're talking about the 50-50 split lah kan.
Kalau kalau RPM decided to collect on their own, and then the 50-50 split dah tak apply, because kalau RPM boleh collect lagi banyak lah dia dapat. Kalau PPM boleh collect lagi banyak lah PPM dapat. you sendiri lah kena buat. But you got to understand what I'm trying to say here, the spirit tadi tu. Sebenarnya by right, apa yang PPM collect, dia kena share 50-50. This is the spirit tau. You got to understand very 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 clearly. Apa yang PPM collect apa? Public performance royalty kan, daripada pengguna kan. Okay. Dia collect public performance royalty berdasarkan lagu yang dirakam dan dimainkan di tengah masyarakat, di public. Dia collect itu. Jadi apa yang dia collect itu ada hak performance di dalamnya. Understand tak? I'm a label, okay? I go to a karaoke joint. Okay, karaoke joint, Mr. A, you play our music. You play our CD, our song, our music. This music belongs to us. So if you want to play to the public, you must pay us. Okay. Okay, I want to run the business, I'll pay you. Okay, we agree on 100 ringgit. 100 ringgit here, 100 ringgit for playing your music. That music, by rights, also the performers have the right in whatever you're collecting. And that rights patutnya 50-50. The labels and the performers. So, kalau PPM Sdn Bhd nak collect duit tu di karaoke, that is the argument. You got to understand that what you are collecting, you are also collecting 50% the performance punya. You are not collecting just your portion. This we must be very clear on this. So sekarang ni dengan RPM, dengan keadaan RPM, so sekarang ni what is happening? Dia punya lafaz niat dia, lafaz dia macam mana tau? Saya PPM saya pergi jumpa Mr. A karaoke tadi tu. Mr. A karaoke, you play my music, I want you to pay my license. It's 100 ringgit for me alone. The labels. Tapi what you are charging tadi tu is the right of the performers juga. Are you going to accept that? You are taking the performers punya portion tau. Okay. And now RPM. Sheila Majid datang. Sheila Majid cakap, Mr. A, you are playing our rights, so you must pay 100 ringgit juga. Sekarang ni dia punya dynamic, you kena faham tau. Tadi tu Mr. A cakap, wait a minute. Tadi tu yang I pay PPM apa? Public performance. Now you pun kena bayar public performance juga for the performers. For the performers Okay. So are you telling me that instead of paying 50% each, I am paying
100% twice?
100% twice.
Belum masuk MSCP punya portion lagi.
Okay, MSCP punya portion tadi tu, you got to understand. I am paying the MSCP's portion is because I am paying for the rights of the owner of this whole song. So you have to explain to them mana rights yang they are paying. So this is the issue.
Itu yang create them to stop paying at one time kan. Diorang dah banyak sangat confusion.
Yes. So pembentukan MRM ada nombor satu adalah untuk apa tau? Adalah untuk mengharmonikan dia pengguna.
Correct.
Confusion tadi tu.
One stop lah, just one stop basically.
Dan di masa yang sama memperkasakan, menjelaskan kedudukan performance dengan labels macam mana. Now sekarang ni, because you tukar policy, ni MyPo salah, MyPo lemah, MyPo tak ada bola untuk membuat keputusan. So sekarang ni apa berlaku? Apabila you stop, you tukar 180 degrees, apa yang berlaku sekarang? The confusion di kalangan pengguna tu kembali baliklah. Wah, sekarang mau bayar ni, sekarang
yalah. Back to the old confusion lah, betul lah.
Yeah.
Dia sudah just kept MRM kan, just patut just
personally sebenarnya MyPo should letak pendirian mereka berdasarkan undang-undang yang ada. MyPo is the copyright controller. Copyright controller ada kedudukan dalam Akta Hak Cipta. Mereka sepatutnya menggunakan kuasa mereka untuk buat keputusan itu satu. Tetapi fail lah. Baru-baru ni mereka ada chairman baru. Kita harap mereka ada director general baru. Dan kita harap the minister pun seberani minister yang dulu tu Hamzah Zainuddin untuk buat keputusan. Tetapi sayangnya semua benda ni benda harapan yang apa wishful thinking aje lah. Tetapi yang paling apa tadi nak cakap itu yang paling jelas sekali, selagi kita tidak ada enforcement yang kuat, kerajaan yang berpegang pada polisi, kita tidak sepatutnya di bawah satu bumbung dengan lain-lain group. The performers and the musicians tidak patut satu bumbung dengan the labels. Berbahaya. Because you see, the labels adalah syarikat, primarily dimiliki oleh para syarikat. They are corporations, they are business owners, whereas the performers and the songwriters are basically in spirit, they are performers, they are individuals, they are a bunch, a group of individuals. Jadi individual apabila berlawan dengan institution corporation, individual akan kalah. Historically kita akan kalah. Jadi meletakkan kita the performers and the composers under one roof dengan syarikat tidak akan membawa nasib baik pada kita lah. Kita akan susah. Jadi kerajaan, kalau kerajaan nak kita bawa satu badan, kerajaan mesti kuat, kerajaan mesti betul.
Well, like you said, the deep state, they need to policy tu kena consistent. Dia tak boleh berubah dengan adanya new office bearers kan, because the policy, macam itulah kalau you dah bikin jalan lebuh raya, you cannot stop just because you change minister or kerajaan or pemerintah or the party kan yang take over or yang keep changing. And one issue I've observed the fact that this lompat parti issue which is very interesting Malaysian phenomena. Because for me Sadi, if you are a conservative punya party follower, there are certain principles of conservative party in UK lah. In UK, okay, conservative there are certain element. If you are a Green Party punya supporter, you agree with them because you agree with their own philosophy, policies, what they want to implement. So similar with Labour government. So but bila you jump, imagine you're from Labour, you masuk conservative, you will be criticized in the real political world. Because you tak ada pendirian politik. Because your philosophy is you just pindah aja. It's not about just pindah power. It's about do you believe in the principles of this political party?
Political party,
So I think by what if anyone asks me what my suggestion is, have a window period. You're not lompat parti boleh, but you have 1 year window period. That means you tak boleh terus loncat, you keluar, you terus masuk another party. So that will prevent people from jumping, and then because of power play, people will be influenced by certain issues. Okay, I will just switch sides because I will have certain advantages if I agree to the orang punya proposal, you know. So then that will affect the dynamics of the party system, and you allow people to be influenced in some way, whether it's monetary or influence or favors, to switch sides, and that will shift the balance again, as we have seen, you know. I mean, I'm talking as pemerhati, you know. I'm looking at politics going around because I observe the regional political thing and to see what's going on. But I thought it's a bit strange that you don't see that the issue of lompat parti in many governments. But Malaysia is a common thing, you know. You just switch side. Today you boleh maki dia ni, besok you kawan, and you join them again. You main golf sama-sama. So these are, I think they need to have the deep state need to implement this, where you go, look, you want to switch can, but you have 1 year window period. Okay.
I think the problem also is apa tau? We can implement rules and regulation and akta and act and whatnot, but the problem is sebenarnya the problem is the people tak ada integrity. the people yang tak ada integrity menghasilkan ketua-ketua yang paling hebat dalam tidak ada integrity. So kita accept this is our culture. Our culture is a culture of tak ada integrity. So kita punya leaders are a bunch of people yang the best of us yang tak ada integrity. Diorang lompat-lompat tu kita accept is something normal. Something yang normal sangat pada society kami.
And the impact of that is that because of the political culture, there are people who are very qualified to lead and make changes, positive changes in the system, who will stay away from governance, stay away from politics. Because why? It's pening because they're good at their job, but they're not good at backstabbing and politicking.
Yeah, exactly.
So there are people like that. I mean, I know a few people who are very competent, very clever, qualified people who are, no, I'm not going to get involved because it's not my, I don't want to I want to sleep peacefully at night, not thinking somebody going to betray me and backstab me and, cause me a lot of issues, problems. And you're spending your time bickering about who's right, who's on which side, and which, if you join this component, then this one will have a bigger influence. When the rakyat is stuck and governance is stuck because of stuff like this, and the effect is that certain policies cannot be carried out or cannot be implemented, certain funding cannot be released because the guy in charge has just been changed, and he needs to study again the whatever that he needs to sign. I mean, just basic understanding of how things work. I'm not even going to details of how it works. Just basic random looking at things. Just like, when you have new people taking over, sama apa, first yang akan pindah is major dia. Major nak tukar baru. Dia nak pindah tempat tingkap. They will take one day to change things. All this is and it's a hindrance to positive changes, kemajuan, progress. And that will put things on hold. And again, it will affect the rakyat, the public, and then because it will affect the way they work, the earning the income. When people are confused with ini law ni ada ke tidak, I mean, like in our case, MRM ada ke tak, then through word of mouth. So I think the certain issues need to be addressed because we are modern world, we work on based on governance, kan? So whoever's in charge of the government, they are the one calling the shots. So, but this one needs to be watertight. Kalau tidak, nanti lah, terkasih lah the issue of switching sides. I mean, just looking at this is a coffee shop talk. So people can take this as just two guys talking shit.
Correct.
And that's have to be serious.
That's what it is actually.
Yeah. The issue is like during the whole development of the COVID-19, when the cluster was breaking out. Okay, the biggest cluster was the tablet cluster and all that. Who was paying attention to this issue? Because they were bickering. They were bickering about the power struggle, when the person that they should be looking into, there is this rapid changes. I mean, you cannot curb the infection, but you need to make sure that it's contained. I'm not saying it's the fault of the tabligh punya jemaah, but the fact that the public, rakyat akan follow the rules. Kalau they say lockdown has been implemented, there will be no big case, mass gathering like that, So and again, and this is real life. It affects people's life and death. The first case was a guy from Johor, he just buried across the causeway from where I am. The first case from the tabligh cluster, a young man with 4 or 5 children. So that affects is real. When there is people not paying attention to what's going on because of big political struggle, it affects life and death in this current situation, especially. So those things need to. I'm sure the younger generation are a bit aware of things, and
I hope so.
They are more aware because of obviously with social media. They need to be aware, because you don't have to be very political, but you need to be aware of government, their responsibilities, and you hold into account. That's what's happening to USA and the Western countries. They are now protesting in the streets, holding the government accountability. To say, look, you are accountable because you did not take care of your police department. They are all racist, I mean, not all, but there are racist elements in your police department, and it has created this whole massive uprising. And this is when they're out in the street protesting, not because they are against the government. They are just calling the government for accountability. And the way of the Western world is walking down the street and protesting. Unfortunately, there are elements who took advantage by merampok, looting, breaking. Yeah, it's a big country. It's a big country. It's got a lot of different elements. There are people who, like I said just now, it's a perfect storm. They've been cooped up at home from lockdown for weeks, and waiting to go out. It's summertime now sekarang in the West. Nice weather. And then suddenly this issue of this man, being pinned down, and you see him literally dying in front of your eyes with the video. He, for 8.5 minutes, he was pinned down. Itu yang I think affect a lot of people. I mean, there's always been a lot of death with the Black African American community. Every week, every other month, there is someone dying from police brutality. But because people are witnessing this in real time, recorded that his life is ebbing away, calling for his mom, and dia dah kena gari and still kena tekan, so that affected people's punya humanity, punya consciousness, and that's why people are protesting in Europe even, and even in other parts. So this Black Lives Matter ni, dia ada dia punya sub effect there, which is people are talking about race issues. So are you fair? And we being Muslim, we need to be fair. Surah Al-Hujurat, Nabi punya last sermon, no black is better than the white, no white is better than the black, no Arab is better than the non-Arab. Itu Nabi punya last khutbah. Kan, the best among you are those who are yang paling bertakwa. Comparatively dengan surah Al-Hujurat ayat 13. Allah menciptakan manusia pelbagai kaum, pelbagai bangsa, berbagai suku, dan yang terbaik antara kamu yang bertakwa, something like that. I mean, I'm not ustaz, so roughly that is the story of, so you're looking at that. Kalau talking about anti-racist element in ajaran agama, Islam has the best formula. Nabi punya hadis and ayat Quran. And bila Allah Ta'ala mengatakan dia mencipta manusia pelbagai bahasa dan kaum, kan, what is the character of kaum? It's the budaya. So budaya is accepted. That means kalau you jadi Islam, you tak perlu jadi Arab Islam Arab. You can be Islam Melayu, Islam Nusantara. Because Allah created languages. Allah yang cipta bahasa. Dalam bahasa ada budaya. So mempertahankan budaya is part of being a Muslim. If you're an Arab, you withhold the Arab culture. You're a Melayu, orang Nusantara, you uphold your Nusantara culture. So tidak salah untuk kita memperjuangkan budaya. And budaya, music is part of budaya.
Bukan asabiah untuk bukan kan.
So this is the argument in terms of that the ini kan, dan kita kalau kita betul-betul patuh dengan ajaran Nabi SAW, Al-Quran, kita tak boleh jadi racist. Kita tak boleh panggil bangsa lain dengan nama-nama negatif. Kita tak boleh cakap kau jakun, kau sakai, kau ni, tak boleh, tak boleh. It's haram. By right, it's haram because you are contributing against what Rasulullah is teaching. And you call yourself a Muslim, but you call other people in negative terms. And that is Melayu punya karakter. Dia suka memomokkan apa yang dia tidak kenal. Bila dia tidak kenal, dia momok.
Bukan universal gitu.
Universal, tapi kita punya, we talking about our culture ni, kita memomokkan kan. Ada kita guna term-terms yang local terms yang kalau orang lain dengar pun tak sedap.
Ya, betul.
Kan, not nice for us to use some terms yang negative. Okay, certain term certain terms waktu zaman dulu maybe acceptable, sekarang tak acceptable. You have to respect that. Macam sekarang dekat orang tearing down the statue of the slave traders. Dulu is accepted, but now people say no, look, we don't want to have this statue to remind us of slave, because these are slave traders, and you ada patung tu, makna you menjulang dia kan. You penghormatan for them, that statue. So they have to accept that this is the new normal.
Correct.
The new political normal is certain things you say dulu maybe acceptable, sekarang dah tak boleh.
Correct.
So you have to accept and respect that. And as Muslim, kita kena respect that. Kita kalau itu ajaran Islam, kita tak boleh. That's why Islam is easy to penetrate all the different kaum. They go to China, they absorb Chinese culture, dia jadi Islam. Tapi akidah tak berubah, tapi architecture mungkin berubah. They go to Jawa, ada karakter Jawa punya karakter architecture apa semua. But akidah, the basic principle tak berubah. So we are not into monoculture. Because kalau tidak nanti kita ada satu one monoculture where everybody walks around in jubah. You know, as long as you tutup aurat cukup. But you don't have to. I mean, kalau you nak pakai, that's not a problem. But it cannot be a standard outfit. You have to wear certain things to become Muslim.
Correct.
You know, as long as you fulfill criteria. Blongkon is based on konsep Sarban. Because dia ada tujuh.
What is Blongkon?
Blongkon yang orang Jawa pakai. Yang the traditional punya songkok, macam songkok haji tu kan, tempat dia ada batik and then dia ada ikat belakang. So itu well, if you go into this, then we go into Wali Songo macam cerita lah. You know how Wali Songo brought Islam and Islamized the whole of Java within 50 years. You know, so dia orang banyak guna symbolism. That's why, and this is the difference between Jawa culture, which basically dominates Indonesian culture, because 40% of the population of Indonesia is in Java. So Jawa punya culture dominates Indonesian culture. So dari segi bahasa, segi orang punya tata cara, even the way they I discussed with my friend poet. I said, kenapa bila orang Indonesia guna bahasa Melayu, dia jadi kadang-kadang jadi halus.
Cantik
cantik, sedap kan? I mean, comparatively, kalau kita cakap, kalau you ask you to move, you cakap, tolong kanan sikit. Kan kita standard kalau kedai mamak apa kan, tolong sana sikit. Kalau di Indonesia dia cakap, mohon Pak, maaf geser ke sana, geser ke kiri. Geser tu betul-betul you literally is. So I'm thinking, so it's more subtle. Kan? So I'm thinking maybe I don't know, ini belum proven lah, this is my theory, that diorang guna template Jawa, so they go through that. So dalam ni bahasa Jawa is halus, because addressing an older person, lain, for the same thing, lain, and then to someone of a different class, asking the same thing, bahasa dia lain. Lebih halus. Orang tua lain dengan anak-anak lain. So the halusan tu is within orang punya component in their head tau. So you put through that, the bahasa Melayu, through that template, dia keluar jadi lebih halus. That is my theory lah, because I'm thinking, kenapa kita, bahasa Melayu kan bahasa suku Melayu from Jambi, and then Selanjung Melayu, Riau kan. So jadi Malaysia and Sumatera dominant in this bahasa, tapi diangkat sebagai bahasa national, bahasa Indonesia lah, but actually bahasa Melayu Indonesia kan. Tapi why in terms of the usage of the language, they seem to be lebih halus. For some reason kan, dia lebih. So I'm trying to, because when I travel, I tengok cara kenapa kita punya penggunaan agak berbeza dengan cara diorang gunakan the same language, tapi the choice of words, vocabulary, susunan, so dia jadi nampak lembut, cantik. Then that creates poetry, music, bahasa filem, you know. So I think that we all can learn lah. We all can learn from each other kan.
In regards to this, I think apa yang berlaku adalah bahasa baku.
Yes.
Jawa ada banyak language dekat
Yalah,
Jawa,
Sunda, ya banyak suku kaum.
Mahalang ke apa benda lagi kan.
Ya.
Dan jadi to unify the country with over 17,000 islands tu, they need one unifying language kan. Bahasa Melayu. Dan bahasa Melayu ni pelbagai-bagai dialek. Orang di Sumatera different, orang di Papua ke ataupun Sulawesi,
Kalimantan different. Ya.
Jadi bahasa baku tu, you pronounce it as how you spell it. Dia telah, nombor satu, dia telah unifykan bahasa tu. Nombor dua, cara penyebutan dia. Dan nombor tiga, kerana bahasa tu dibelajar daripada buku, justru
formal lah.
Dia punya penggunaan pun lagi buku, lagi bukan saja formal tapi cantik.
Ya, tersusun. Betul. I agree.
Macam kita di Malaysia ni, bila kita belajar Arabic kan, fasahah dan bahasa dan cara pasar, cara street. Apabila kita cakap dengan orang Arab, bila kita cakap ma ismuka, apakah nama awak, seorang jejaka, seorang lelaki. Tetapi kalau kita cakap di Egypt dan ataupun di Libya, ashismuk contohnya kan. Dia tetapi yang ma ismuka tadi tu lebih cantik. Apabila dia dengar kita cakap, dia pun jadi segan tau.
Okay, faham.
Jadi
yeah.
kita punya bahasa tu sedap tau. Kerana dia buku dan buku dia tersusun. Jadi mentality kita pun tersusun. Jadi apabila Indonesia ni daripada dialek yang berbeza-beza, apabila mereka menggunakan perkataan buku, dia jadi lagi cantik.
Yeah.
Dan kita orang Melayu di Malaysia, kita tak gunakan bahasa buku. Kita take it for granted bahasa buku tu.
Dan kita banyak informal things lah. Kita banyak pasar kan, bahasa yang ya betul. Kalau you speak to someone yang you tak kenal, they will talk to you formally. Bahasa proper grammar, tersusun lah, betul, bahasa buku lah. Ya, kalau kita go on TV apa kan, automatically kita akan, because if I'm talking to you in a formal way, you will reply
in a formal way as well.
In a formal way, yeah. Then dia lebih tersusun dan nampak lebih intellectual.
Yeah.
For some reason dia akan appear to be like, oh, ada because you're talking in the way the sentences are formed, dan memang nampak terpelajar kan.
Yeah.
So yalah, it's very apa. One thing I realize this, kita macam orang India, orang Cina, dia ada satu term, walaupun term tu maybe was given by the colonials lah. So you pergi India, they all orang India. You go China, Hong Kong, Taiwan, dia orang Cina. Nusantara kita tak ada satu label ni. Kita cakap Melayu, mungkin orang Jawa, orang Bugis tak akan terima dia Melayu. Sebab pada Melayu suku.
Betul.
So kita ada this issue. Kita orang Nusantara, but there is informal dan there is orang-orang buku, penyair gunalah orang Nusantara. Tapi kita have this problem. Orang South Asia, Nusa Tenggara ni, orang Kepulauan Melayu, Malay Archipelago ni, which includes Indonesia, Malaysia, Brunei. Sebenarnya mereka ni Melayu. Tapi because Melayu, dia tricky sebab Melayu dia also suku Melayu. But so we go orang Jawa, cakap kamu Melayu, dia akan anggap, oh, you're saying that aku from suku Melayu. But secara anthropology, memang kita ras Melayu. I mean, on Wikipedia, they will call it ras Melayu. As compared, so it's very tricky because one is suku daripada Riau, Malaysia, apa semua kan. Tapi at the same time, it also embodies the whole region. But it's hard to say that to someone from, let's say, from England. Where you from? I'm from the Malay world. I mean, if you're an African, you go like, I'm African.
Yeah.
Kan? Ayu cakap Oriental, dia cakap, oh, you're not Chinese, you're not Japanese.
Yeah.
So kita pun Oriental, cuma kita tak di link dalam lingkungan. So kita have this issue of nama ni sekarang, kita nak gelar kita pun kita tak tahu.
Tak tahu apa. Ya, betul.
So kita nak macam okay Jawa. Tapi as proven, orang yang dari Jawa pindah Singapura after second third generation jadi Melayu.
Jadi Melayu, betul.
Even orang Johor pun Melayu pun, yang orang keturunan Jawa, dia lah kita punya root Jawa, tapi dia Melayu in that sense, you know. Yeah. So now I've for myself, I'm going to say, because I don't like this politicking of bahasa, you know, like bahasa Malaysia, bahasa Indonesia. It's bahasa Melayu.
Yeah. True.
Because when you use nationalistic boundaries, then you are separating things.
Yeah.
Because my example is this: when you speak English, it's from England, brother English, but you go America, you don't speak American.
Correct.
You speak English. Maybe with American accent, American slang. You go Australia, pun sama. You speak English, you know, in Australia, New Zealand, sama.
Yeah.
So you cannot say that you speak bahasa Indonesia because where was bahasa Indonesia before 1945? What were you speaking then? What was Malaysia before 1955? 59?
Yeah.
Kan?
57.
So 57, sorry. So you need to be less nationalistic in terms of that. Then kita ada lebih like macam Portugese. Bahasa Portugese, they speak Portuguese in Brazil, tapi obviously with the Brazilian punya nuances. They speak Portuguese in Portugal, but obviously more pure because it's Portugal. But you know, because of in Cape Verde pun they speak Portuguese. But it's obviously with local accents, local nuances. But still Portuguese, they tak cakap I speak Brazilian.
Correct.
So they need to even Pramodia Anandatur, one of the famous writer, kan dia cakap, ya kami dulu panggilnya bahasa Melayu. But then they become so nationalistic that it becomes bahasa Indonesia, that the young people, when I go, they go, oh kamu pintar ya bahasa Indonesia? Then I have to correct them, ini kan bahasa Melayu. Not that I'm saying Melayu is great, but it's right.
That's what it is. Yeah, it is what it is.
Yeah. Cuma we speak with an Indonesian accent.
Correct.
So, you know, you go to Brunei, you have your Yaba, apa semua kan. So, you have your Brunei punya version. So, now, if you want to call it, I personally call it, oh, you speak Melayu. Melayu Indonesia, Melayu Malaysia. Senang. Then you tak really offend. I got offended. You cakap, you kau pintar bahasa Indonesia. No, I speak the same language as you with a different accent. Itu je.
Ya, betul.
You don't go to, and English don't go to America and they go, oh, you're good at speaking American. It's weird, kan? Yeah. So it needs to that kind of nationalistic, but that is from the 60s, 70s way of thinking. Yeah. But I think the new generation, they need to kind of look at it as a whole. Yeah. Then look, it's not that when you say it's from bahasa Melayu, it doesn't mean it degrades you're lesser of that nationality.
Correct.
Because that's the reality. Your susunan ayat is based on that Malay grammar. You see, so I think. And the best way to penyambungan budaya ni semua is through music. I'm telling you, music is the fastest medium to disseminate bahasa.
Correct.
Kalau nak tengok filem, you nak kena tunggu 1 tahun baru filem siap. Puisi maybe you kena tunggu buku keluar. Music hari ini you bikin, besok you release online or you main kat YouTube. It's the fastest way to influence, counter influence. And living in Singapore, kita are influenced by both. Macam orang Melayu Singapore use the word bilang kan. Aku bilang. So bila bikin Malaysia, bilang kan hitung, itu bilangan. Bukan cakap. bilang tu cakap. But that's the Indonesian punya influence. The from tanah from Indonesia punya, from we pick up from the movies. Macam Mak Rock cakap lu gua, it's actually based on the Betawi who actually pick up Hokkien. Lu gua itu dia become lu gua kan. Itu kita, so Mak Rock dulu time Abang Ramita semua dia dah start pakai dah lu gua, but it's based on that influence lah.
Betul.
So kita in Singapore ni we are caught in the middle lah. We are looking. So for example, do you know that DK Barat is popular in Singapore?
I just got to know about it through Dali when I had a chat with him last month.
Right. So how come from Kelantan they bypass semua state? Selangor they bypass, Melaka bypass, Negeri Sembilan bypass, Johor bypass sampai Singapore.
How?
Because in the 70s we got RTM1. RTM dulu tunjuk Boria, DK Barat.
Right.
I don't know. I'm sure you have some recollection of it, kan?
Yeah, I do.
So we get to watch that as kids. We watch petang apa kan? Kita tengok ada Boria, ada DK Barat. So Boria somehow didn't pick up. Boria tak pick up kat Singapore, but DK Barat
did.
So the people of my generation, we watch TV. Kita wow. So what happened was this group of students, diorang form their own DK Barat group, and then they jadi viral. So obviously they are not using the Kelantan lingo, but they still form the same format, tukang karut, apa semua tu kan. But obviously they not using Kelantanese punya accent lah, because dia tak boleh tiru. So dia orang adjust. So this is the budaya berubah, see. So what happened was, so they adapted into so the story pun macam more relevant to the Singapore stories as they develop along the way. So what happened was this group of young people, when they go to school, they form group and then they viral. Then other schools set up their own DK Barat group. So somebody decided, let's form a DK Barat competition. So there's an annual DK Barat competition that is going on even till today.
Wow.
Every year there is DK Barat competition among schools in Singapore.
So Melayu lah.
Semua Melayu. So obviously along the way diorang adjust lah, letak rap sikit lah, apalah kan. So this is the urban Melayu ni kan. So but the DK Barat, the same instrument, the same sitting arrangement, pakai Melayu dengan tanjak apa semua, you know. So again, so these are the interesting aspect, you know, how it kind of translate that we were influenced through television, like how we were influenced with music and all that lingo. So for some reason DK Barat they bypass all the states. They and until today, and then from there you have people like Dali who became rappers because the foundation tu. People from the group Rausyanfikir, they were DK Barat players.
Wow, cool.
The members. So they saw there are certain similar elements, so they fuse. You know, they fusionkan DK Barat Element and Rap and all that, and it created Alifikir, which I think was an interesting punya group lah. They created something that's relevant to their time kan.
Yeah. Betul.
Cool man. I think we are both tired man from talking.
Yes. Bang, we must do this again
Boleh.
Thank you.
We cannot torture the audience lah. Kesian dia orang pun nanti nak tengok, dia have to stop. dia tak boleh tengok selari kan.
Yeah. Nanti we go into siapakah Art Fazil yang sebenarnya. we go into the history of Rausyanfikir. We go into Khair dan Isham
Boleh. If you want, nanti kalau you nak contact here pun boleh. Nanti I will give you his contact.
Dia di Singapore.
Singapore, yeah. He's not too far from it. So he's active. Dia banyak buat school project, teaching bahasa, puisi apa kat sekolah. Who else? Let me know who else you want to contact in Singapore.
If you great.
I'll try and get them ID Cradle, guitarist, teacher's pet, all this. So maybe you can get their own perspective on things and how they are and all that, because I think what you're doing is very interesting. It's very good, so we should keep it up and then expand it.
Yeah, cantik. Thank you. For a start tu lah, kalau dengan Khair tadi tu memang cantik. To be honest kan, I just can sit at the side, just watch the two of you talk. I'll be fine.
Cool.
It's not about me, it's about the subject matter.
Yeah. Good. I mean, it's cool because we touch on things that are maybe a bit sensitive for normal formal broadcast, kan? So I think this is okay. Your channel ni is okay to bring up issues and highlight certain issues that sometimes kita terlalu too careful pun not so good.
Yeah.
Because sometimes you have to speak up because changes can happen when people are willing to stand up for things like what's going on with the states now, protesters, and we don't have to protest much in the street, but we have to bring up apa yang benar, apa yang kita rasa benar, dan kita weigh it. I think this is good. Kita go through it. Then it's up to discussion, and then let the discussion take place so that whoever has because it will create its own energy, and then what is the best from that, then you take it. I mean, I may say something that I think is right, but it may not be suitable. So at least you bring it up and then we all talk about it, likewise with other viewpoints, kan?
Yeah. That is what we want. We want a forum to talk, to discuss. That is the most important. Barack Obama pernah cakap sekali lagi. Dia pernah cakap something. What we need more is conversation, discussion. I believe that, kalau kita perlukan ruang untuk express our feeling, kita perlukan ruang untuk discuss, to talk, to have our views heard. Itu je yang kita nak. And
agree to disagree and I mean I admire one thing. I admire the English. Diorang boleh disagree without emotions. Kita ni emotional creatures. Kita lebih quite emotional. Takut nanti bila keluar age kita nanti kita jadi emotional, padahal issue should be addressed at intellectual level. That's why kita boleh bezakan bagaimana kita lihat British punya parliament, mereka boleh disagree dengan cara formal, menyindir secara formal tanpa memaki-maki.
Betul.
Tanpa memaki-maki yang kita dapat lihat di video. Orang yang patutnya mewakili rakyat memaki-maki dengan kata-kata kesat yang low class.
Ya. Mungkin kita kena praktis benda tu, dan mereka telah praktis benda tu, praktis
berzaman,
berlatih. Bukan mengamalkan, berlatih. Dia dah berlatih di jalanan, lepas tu bawa pejabat bawa ke peringkat tertinggi.
Dan sebab apa, bila kita boleh remove the emotion, kita boleh berfikir dengan lebih tenang. Dan boleh bergerak ke depan, kan. Kalau kita akan terperangkap dengan emosi dan marah, dan lepas tu benda tak berubah. Hanya puas marah. Itu yang kita kena belajarlah. Dengan tiap-tiap kaum memang dicipta dengan karakter masing-masing lah. Sebab that's why ayat Quran mengatakan the best of you, you untuk diciptakan untuk saling kenal mengenali. surah Al-Hujurat, untuk saling kenal mengenali. So we learn, kenal tu kita kenal, kita belajar pada dia orang. They learn kita punya adat, istiadat, kita belajar dia punya adab, dia orang punya cara berfikir mungkin, So that I think eventually once this is put in place, everybody become their own race sebenarnya. Everyone become their own character lah. Because what I am is based on what I learned when I was young, kan? Or when I travel, I jumpa orang ni sikit, I pick up from sini. Orang ini, I'm lucky because when I was growing, I ada few mentors yang they're not formal mentors, but there's people I look up to and observe from far. Rami Sarip, Eddie Marzuki, Rami Sarip, Eddie Marzuki, Dr. Wan Zawawi. Yeah, three main. When I was growing up, and these are the people yang I tengok, wow, M. Nasir, these are the people yang I look up to and observing from far. Oh, macam M. Nasir. When I remember first time I met him dekat King Studio 1988. First time I naik KL, pergi jumpa Dr. Wan apa semua kan. Jangan Fandi Ahmad masih main untuk KL FM, KL Football Club. So we all tumpang rumah dia lah, few nights, kat UK Heights. So on the way tu, I think it was like 1 week trip me dengan Hale, first time naik KTM sampai KL. Tak pernah pergi KL masa tu tau, first time sampai KTM tu kan, sampai KL. So eventually we wanted to meet lah. Okay, I met Dr. Wan Zawawi, we met M. Nasir dekat King Studio. And M. Nasir was producing 4 albums at one go. King Studio ada 4 studio. 4 was M. Nasir punya production. He was producing 4 bands. Anak dia Ilham masih kecil lagi, running around apa semua. Yeah, so after berbual sikit, dia cakap, masuk lah, carry on kerja, dia bilang. And then his last word like, cik, duit untuk anak sekolah. And this is M. Nasir, I was like, oh, ni artis, his art, pelukis, kind of, like kind of a trippy punya character, probably a bit out of touch with this world, kan? There he goes walking away saying that, look, I need to go because I need to produce this album, it's kerja, I need to pay kids punya school. There you go, Okay, insyaAllah kita...
Brother, thank you so much for your time. I wish artis semua berfikiran macam you. Boleh bercakap macam Art Fazil. Boleh berkongsi pendapat macam Art Fazil.
I can only be myself. I cannot be anybody else. Thank you for doing this. It's very good. What you're doing is good. Nanti I will introduce you to other people.
Please, nanti kita berhubungan. Tadi cakap pasal mentor tadi tu. You are lucky. You get to see this. You get to see these people, and these people are your mentors. Like me, my mentor is Ron Jeremy and Rocco Siffredi.
Yang tahu-tahulah.